I just realized I don't know that the stream is getting this music. It is? Oh, holy shit, thank God. What's up? Okay. Alright, well, that's... As long as we're on... By all accounts, what I'm looking at, it should not be doing that, but we'll just accept it. Alrighty. I got so much more room on my desk now. This is all just wonderful. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to a lovely session of Ruins of Azlant. Currently, you all are deep, deep beneath the Arcadian Ocean in the underwater city of Telesantri. You guys had a wild time in the city, going to bars, getting in fights, becoming a wereshark, which is why our friend Linnaean is off in the ocean wilds practicing her transformations. You are given hints where to go. You guys have kind of just really made your own way. Currently, one of the issues you are dealing with is Mr. Debebedy over here. Now, Debebedy says he owes money to... Sorry, I'm just checking something. Debebedy owes money to kind of like a group of underwater gangsters, and they have, well, he says someone stole basically his wallet, his bag of coins, and you guys said you would just defend him and bring him with you rather than go find the coins or do anything else. He says he has a problem with Jurix. Jurix being the lead gangster, who she lives somewhere in the Undertow, the like below city district. I'm gonna double check. I have not had much sleep due to la bebe. Okay, hold on. You just said you could. Oh, it's not playing anything right now, so there you go. It'll start playing something. It was rotating between songs on like a playlist. It should be going again now, probably. Debebedy is female. I was wrong. She's a female Locatha. Apart from that, you guys decide to bring Debebedy back to the house. Whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. Back to the house of this lovely person over here, Anamora, a kind of rich entrepreneur merfolk. She is also pretty influential in the city. You guys befriended her after you had saved her daughter, Dressissa, who is this one over here, who is a little bit obsessed with Terran. Even though Cetus, after she left, Cetus tested the waters by kissing Terran. And then Terran started crying over his dead brother. It was a whole thing. Twas a mood. You guys also stopped Deathhead's jellyfish that you ran into. But you wake up the next morning, well rested, if perhaps a little hungover. What would you all like to do? As for once, Maris, the cleric, and everyone else, did not mean to do that. Everybody else is in the same house for once. So, what is your plan? Which fish person? There's a lot of fish people in this campaign. Oh, Debebity, yeah. Debebity. All right. I know there is no music on the stream currently. We'll fix that in just a little bit. But for now, we're going to keep going. Say that one more time, Ethan, the last thing you said. All right. Rain, where are you headed? Trying to find the gangster in the Undertow? All right. Debebity is just like, all right, we'll go down into the Undertow, but if something goes down, you've got my back, right? All of you? Why are we going down there? All right, you guys drag them along. So, she leads you down into the Undertow, to an abandoned building. In the midst of these buildings over here, hold on, I'm on the wrong layer, but over in this direction of the Undertow. And let me describe what you are seeing. A hole in the floor of a seemingly abandoned building leads down into a vast underwater cavern. Figureheads from countless ships have been mounted on the walls. Hissing serpents, reaching skeletons, rearing horses, and weeping maidens loom over this market. This is actually the description of the Undertow that I'm describing. Between the figureheads glow glowing crystal formations, illuminating a dim violet light. She's over this way. Debebity leads you over to building number 4. He says, this is Jurix's throne room. And you find yourself in a chamber of barnacle-encrusted timbers, bits of broken statues. You guys were actually seen by some of her agents, or at least Linnaean and Rain were earlier. So, the following woman glides up to you, and having recognized Rain, a woman with the lower body of an octopus. She has golden tan skin covered in deep indigo tattoos. She wears a headdress of flowing spikes. Her tentacles writhe lazily, glistening in shades of orange and red. Welcome to the Undertow. I'm Jurix. I run the show here. I heard of your little appearance in the bar last night, and I'm intrigued. It seems you've even bought me one of my prizes. Is that what brings you here? You would pay all 2,000 gold pieces for him. This is Jurex, as you see over here. I may be a criminal, but I'm not one to renege on a deal. If you pay me, he's free to go. Bebedy turns to Maris. He's like, please, priest, don't let her do this. Yeah, all of you. I said all of you guys were together. Excellent. Okay. Everyone give me a perception check. And Rain, give me... Yeah, well, you give me a stealth check because you're trying to hide this. And I am going to set our music back up the old way for now because this new way clearly requires more work till it comes correctly. But that'll be a few minutes away, folks. All right. What? I also see it. Roll20's been buggy all day. I could barely get into it earlier. What do you see right now on the map? Also, I see Plastic Kitty redeeming that. I'll get to that in a minute. I would just refresh if I were you. Alright. Taryn and Maris, you both hear Rain making this brutal deal. What do you all do? Oh, yeah. 6 wouldn't do it. Can you see if I ping? Yes, that is Jurix. A kind of like octopus merfolk. Look, alright, I stuttered on my words. Let's all make fun of Ben. So what does Taryn and Maris do when they hear Rain making this this brutal deal? Fair. Fair. Jurix is just like, why not just pay me the gold? I'd rather have the gold than a dead Lokatha. But I doubt she would. She has a family. It is 2,000. Oh, it is 5,000. You're wrong. Can't read apparently. Thought that 5 was a 2. What did I say? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting there. I'm drinking caffeine. All right. DeBebity like swims away, and she's like, "Thank you, Cetus. Thank you. My family won't forget what you've done when we spawn our eggs. I'll name one of them Cetus." "Oh, but I will. We spawn quite a lot of eggs. It's really not that big a deal." She's just like, this was the worst day. They were wearing like a cloth mask, but they were, looked to be a merman. Light tone of skin. Very quick. Similarly light, yes. I don't know, it was so quick they swam away with the purse. Thank you. They swim away. I will. If there's a boy, I'll name one Terran. Alright. I'm gonna get some music going that way. Music should be on the stream now, people. Please do. Oh my goodness. Alright, we have many things to do. I see chat dropping things. We'll get there in a second, chat. Sorry, there's some technical difficulties. What did you say, Drow? Alright, we're cooking with gas. Alright. I know, I was exclaiming in sadness, but you know what, whatever. Let's not spend too much time focusing on something that is not as important. As the Lokatha swims away, and we will delete DeBebity, so we don't need her anymore. Jurek smiles and kind of plays with a long curved sword, making sure it's sharp. It's like, you know, I am looking for someone to do a little job for me. It's not dangerous. It's not even illegal. Jurek smiles unpleasantly. I simply need someone put in their place, and you're in the position to do it. I'd reward you for your time, of course. Let's say 2,000 gold pieces a person. That was part of a wholly different deal. Tell you what, I'll let you choose any item from the Undertow's merchandise. Your pick. And it can be worth, let's say, 12,000 gold pieces or less. Yes. No, I don't mind the questions. I meant yes. Tell me your question. have heard the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise. It's not a story that you would probably have heard. It is. Oh, so you have heard of it. I don't know what came over me. I'm fully fucking losing my mind. She's like, an aboleth. What kind of aboleth? Like a smaller one? Little fish? Oh, like a veiled master. I have not, and I hope there is not one around. Alright, I am mildly concerned, but how about this? 2,000 a person. As a group, you can choose one item worth 12,000 gold pieces or less, and I'll give you a random magic item out of that chest right there. What was that, dear? The 12,000 one, yes. The other one, I quite like a game of chance, so that'll be random. Out of character, just out of voice for a minute, she would... You don't have to pick the item that's worth 12,000 or less right now. You could get it from her once the job is over, if you don't have, like, one in mind. But for the random one, she's offering to give you that now. And Drow, you're always dropping items for people in our games. Would you like to roll the D12 initially? For the random one out the box? It's a D12 up in here. Shout out to Plastic Kitty for this. Ooh, an unfortunate one for merfolk. It's a foot slot. Okay, so I guess this is Rain's because no one else has fucking feet. But go ahead, Joe. Give me a D100. Maybe it can be modified to fit on a tail. A 36. All right, let's see. It's 6:30. Fucking 6:30. Okay, this looks fun. What do those do? We're doing something. All right. So these are gonna be yeah. It's already happening right now. You're members of it. These are tremor boots. Which apparently are not in the book, but they're on the table, which is a little odd. Nope, they're right there. I just can't read. I'm losing my ability to read words today. These brown leather boots have reinforced steel toes with grooves along the sole, crafted to help the wearer pick up vibrations from the surrounding environment. These boots grant the wearer tremor sense 20 feet as long as they are standing on solid ground. Well, I said it was random. There you go. What am I going to do with shoes? I have 8 tentacles. Now, are you ready to hear the job for which I have hired you? Look, those orphans did have it coming, but that's not the point. Look, it's simple. I just want you to humiliate one of 2 powerful citizens in Telesantri and frame the other one for that humiliation. No, you see, there are these 2 powerful figures. There's Cora Malice, she's a sea elf, and of course there's Anamora. She is a rather wealthy merfolk. The house you're standing at right now. I just want you to embarrass one of them and plant evidence on the other. A cakewalk, as it were. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is what she's asking. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. I just tested the stream from my phone. The music is indeed not working. That is fucking bizarre. Oh, I actually have some ideas. I thought you could sabotage an art piece that Cora Malice has been working on. It's a gift for one of the city's leaders. You could add a freeze to the front base of the sculpture. I took it from one of my traders. It's here. She shows you this frieze, like a bunch of tile work together, and it depicts two surface dwellers engaged in very profane sexual acts. So she essentially wants you to glue it to the picture after it's already been packaged before it's delivered. Yes. So if you do, she also has a jeweled scale, the same kind that Anamora uses to decorate her tail fins. She's like, just plant this at the scene. It'll be hilarious. Well, not a war, just perhaps a family dispute. So, you all are refusing the job? Jesus Christ. Okay. She's like, I must admit, I thought we had already struck a deal. I'm a little upset. You guys don't really know what's going through her head. If you want to try to soften this blow of your refusal, though, you can try to make a diplomacy check on Jurix. Yeah, she sure would. Shout out to Starfinder. Wow, Cetus, what do you say? That is a success. What do you say to her? Fine, fine. You've already collected a significant debt that I was owed. Let's just... Seems there's nothing more to discuss. Why don't you just be on your way? If you ever want to make a deal, you know where to find me. And for... Oh, yes. I could be persuaded for that. So for getting her at least to diplomatically refuse her, everyone's going to get 4,800 XP. And once again, we are just throwing off leads faster than the DM can plant them. As you guys swim out... Oh, it's okay. That's D&D, baby. Anamora is the one you guys are staying with. That's the mom of Dracissa. Jurex is the one you were just talking to. That's like the octopus woman. Although she appears a bit more handy with a blade than Ursula did in her time. As you guys exit, let me ping you guys so you can see. As you guys exit her like palace throne room type of thing, you guys see a familiar figure swim around the corner, or at least Rain sees a familiar figure swim around the corner from the Blue Ring Tavern. It is Bruce the Wereshark. Oh, Rain! Hey, how you going? It's me, Bruce, from last night. Yeah, where's, you know, oh, what was her name? The one I bit and turned into a wereshark. Where's she? Oh, all right, howdy do. Let's go on over. Bruce swims over with Rain. Cetus is just like floating behind, like listening. Oh, hey, love. Name's Bruce. Look, I'm sensing some hostility here. It's alright. You know, she paid me. It was all above board. Listen, why don't I make it up to you? I was out salvaging earlier, and I found this weird card. Why don't you all take it? This is going to be a drawn card, thanks to Noble Cricket, who dropped this card. Who wants to make the draw? We're going to say he just has one card on him, but it'll effectively be a draw. Alright. Alright, Drow. I'm shuffling it up for you. You've made it, now you gotta live with it. Alright. This is pretty cool. You get put on the street the Jack of Hearts, which in the Pathfinder Hero deck is the Trumpet. This card grants the character the ability to summon an outsider of their alignment once per day. This outsider must be of a CR equal to or less than half, minimum 1, the character's level, and serves for a number of rounds equal to the character's level. You feel the power wash through. You sense like an intrinsic link between you and both the outer and inner planes. Perhaps the plane of water, Pharasma's boneyard. You're familiar, Mr. Sausage senses that boneyard energy. Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, the power sticks around forever, but, once per day. Alright, the magic of the card. There's kind of like this underwater, deep, bassy thrum, which I don't know why I clicked that soundbite because you guys can't hear anything. But trust me, it's deep and it's bassy. Bruce... Bruce is just like, oh, you see that deep, bassy thrum? Felt it in my ears. Listen, and he's just like scratching his abs. Listen, look, I'm sure your friend's alright. Takes a bit of getting used to. Like I said, me dad was a wereshark. And, well, I guess, you know, he did freak out from time to time. But overall, solid bloke. I mean, look at me. Ever since I found out I was a wereshark, I've been in this form pretty much every day since. Yeah, righto. I've just been doing a bit of work here in the Undertow as a warehouse manager. I manage that warehouse over there. He points over. It's basically a coral box. And he's like, oh, I'll just move things. But, you know, if you need me, I'll usually be in the Blue Ring Doctopus as soon as, the Blue Ring Tavern as soon as work's over, you know? Oh, la-dee-da. Wait, can I see it? When you contact me, can I see a picture of you? Ah, well, people will just think I'm going crazy, but they've thought that before. That's alright. Yeah, of course. Listen, I can't help but notice that most of you don't belong here in the city. That one there, the kind of orange-skinned one, I reckon he's, from up top in the districts, but the rest of you don't, well, I mean, look at Rain. She ain't even got any legs. What are you all doing here? Oh, she hasn't got a tail. She does have legs. Give me a bluff check. I guess. I feel like it's a live omission. And if the Aragon inheritance cycle taught me anything, it's a live omission is still a lie. No one spoiled book 4, though. About to listen to it. He's like, alright, you don't have to tell me the truth, you know. We're all friends down here, but we all got our secrets. He just, like, coughs up a little fish, half from out of his mouth. Oh, that one got away from me. He's like, you know, it's funny you mention that. The other day, there was this wee little sea elf that said that to me, and they tried to feed me some sort of kelp salad, and purely by accident, mind you, I accidentally bit off his hand when he fed me the salad. Tell you what, though, gave the salad a nice bit of flavouring. Or say the best dressing is blood. Alright, I gotta get back to work. Big ass were shark swims away. What is happening? We're all stuttering. Jesus. They said something earlier they stuttered. I didn't call them out on it, though. Don't make me stop this stream. What are we doing? Well, fair enough. All right, so you guys want to go... Okay, so you guys want to go... to see... Back to see the person you're staying with, correct? Okay. Anamora. Onamora. This is a fucking train wreck of an episode. This is content, is what this is. All right, so you guys head back to Dristis' house with Anamora. They're both kind of just drifting through their like garden of anemones. Lots of little clownfish and stuff swimming around. They see you approach, and Anemora's like, "Oh, welcome back." Dristis is like, "Oh, like puts her hair behind her ear, like, hey guys." Sure. Dressis, tend to the clownfish, please. Yes, mother. She pulls you guys off to the side. What's going on? I am a popular figure, my dear. I have various enemies. Some people think I'm too welcoming to outsiders, considering I run, I'm friends with the person who runs the only inn catering to surface dwellers. I suppose I've always had a rivalry with Cora Malice. Yes, well, she's a bit of a... How do I put this? A social poacher. Does that make sense? looks at her tail. She's like, I suppose. They come off quite frequently, though. You know, it's a transient art form. I just don't like how Coromalis, she's an artist, but she's used that to gain prestige, and, well, she's really kind of abused that prestige. Did you know she made her son a new guard at the gate, and he barely had any training? What was his name? That would be him, Argnos. She'll sing his praises anytime. Mm-hmm. Is it Jurex? Someone paying them? That's what I thought. You don't have to. Jurex is... I'm wary of her, but she's a powerful figure in the city. But we are indifferent towards each other. I'm sure if she was trying to set something up, it is because she is being paid by someone else. She shrugs. She's like, there's all sorts of aristocrats in the city. Locathas, aquatic elves, merfolk like me. But, well, the highest member of the city, I suppose, would be Rilkamate. That is the seer, yes, that Linnaean was hinted to go to, but then ignored. No, it is not the Archmage. The Archmage is at the Wizard School. A friend of yours got stolen. There are various constabularies all over the city. I could direct you to one. Very well. Oh, and, be polite. After all, Seer Rilkamatai is also, you know, our leader. Why don't you all take a few hours, go around the city at your leisure, and I will see what I can do to arrange a meeting with him this evening. You want me to warn my rival? I don't think I'm going to do that. It sounds like it'll be quite funny. I'll send a servant to go warn them, I suppose. I do understand. I will go see about getting you that meeting. And she swims away to converse with her staff. See this, I I had a plant that I wanted. Could you come over here? Okay. She like leads you over to some plants. So what's the deal? Is Taryn seeing anyone? Womanizing? Oh, okay. I mean, maybe I could change him. She like blushes deeply. She's like, I don't know about prowling, but sure. She like swallows nervously. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks, Cetus. I appreciate it. So, yes. Okay. With that, is there anything you guys want to do in the city while you wait for her to set up the appointment with the ruler and like head seer of the city? Okay. You get various crafting materials. Um, and if that is all, when you guys make your way back to the house, Anamora is going to direct you to Rilkimate, the oracle and leader of Talisantri. Yes? Yeah? Sure. Maris, do you lead her to the temple? Okay. Fair enough. All right. You take your sister shopping, and she is very flattered. Are you looking for anything in particular, the temple, or is there anything you want to kind of show them, Maris? Father Talbot is like quite friendly to them. You know, makes a very good impression. And these are all these beautiful, like, the temple somehow has this feel of being like just below the surface. Huh? What a day. Okay, hold on. Let's take our 5 minute break early. I'm gonna run an ad and then figure this out. All right. For those watching, I'm gonna take a quick 5 minute break because there seems to be more rampant sound issues than we had thought. I'm gonna run a quick ad break and yeah. All right. I'm gonna be off Discord for a second, guys. Okay, so
I keep telling him that's why I came here, to keep him on his toes.
Yep.
Right, Ben? Listen to him. He gets up and tells his wife, how can I kick her off my team? Can I kill her?
All right.
Also,
go ahead
I just now
and test some
noticed
stuff.
that Taryn was notably more diplomatic. Cetus still was the one that was talking. Oh God, I'm loud.
And that's different from one other
Nah.
thing.
Okay, it is
All right, I can
working.
hear everybody.
There's like a significant delay, it sounds like, but... Alright, I'm just going to test one more thing. Let's see.
I mean, there's always a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, more so than usual, though. And let's play some music. Alright, let me remove our Be Right Back screen. Alright. Everything appears to be working. I can hear music on the stream. Can you guys hear the music? Hello?
Yep, I can hear it.
I can hear it.
Okay.
It seems a little bit loud
It is a little loud right now. I'm adjusting it.
because it's that cheerful tavern music.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's because we adjusted it on like this computer, but it wasn't adjusted on the old computer. That should be better. Okay, well, all in all, that was only about like a 5-minute delay, so let's transition back to showing the actual screen. And did anyone have any more questions before we move to the like city council building where the leader is?
Did Maris show us around?
Yes, Maris, is there anything else you want to do before they go to City Hall, which is just over here? It's number 2 on the map.
Nope, I would show them the temple and answer any questions they had and just kind of go over what I do on a daily basis.
All right. Cool. So.
Rain will just go. I'm sorry, Ben. Rain will
go
go
ahead.
over to Maris and go, is she nice?
Yes,
trying to
she's very
whisper.
nice.
Does she talk to you in your head?
Oh.
No, not usually. She's more of my moral compass.
Someone's got to have one in the party.
Yeah, that's right. Sure, not Rain. And Rain will just
Convert.
So.
What?
You guys see the city hall standing in the center of the Seamount district. 4 enormous pillars of sparkling ivory mark the edges of a plaza in the center of this district. Sandstone tiles infused with specks of gleaming gold cover the ground. Along one side of the plaza stretches a stone building. In its front, decorated with... Okay, that map is inaccurate, because the city hall is actually in the middle by the plaza, Talus Entry Plaza, which you guys went through earlier. Along one side of the plaza stretches a stone building, its front decorated with relief showing an alliance of aquatic elves, cicalias, those are octopus merfolk, and regular merfolk. And, of course, other underwater creatures battling an enormous sea dragon. You all are led up by some of Anamora's aides who have led you here inside the temple. And as you do, so you guys already talked to them, you don't need to make a check with the guards. You find yourselves in the presence of Rilki Matai, who I'm going to show you all right now. Now, Rilki Matai is a powerful aquatic oracle, and known for their ability to see, at least partially, into the future. All of you, please come into my office. I have foreseen that I would have some visitors soon, but I admit I did not think they would look as unique as all of you do. You appear to be from all over. Now, what is it that you wish to talk to me about? Please, feel as though you can ask me anything.
Well, Your Grace, there's a pressing matter that may or may not be true. We received the information from an enemy that we were just about to slay, but it was from an aboleth, and he mentioned a Veiled Master. Have you seen anything pertinent to that?
Your words interest me greatly. It's possible that I have information that could be of use to you. However, I know nothing about... Well, you see that you appear... I have heard from them that you appear to have freed one of the Mordant Spire elves. They are usually quite xenophobic, but they did speak of your skill. Now that speaks well of you, but the knowledge I bear can be dangerous. I must think on this matter. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check, and you get an additional +5 for the one citizen you've helped, or +10 for the citizens you have helped so far.
Yay!
Is that with the +10?
No!
Okay, 37. That is definitely going to do it then. You continue to, weave your tale of what you've been through so far, Cetus, with these people that you just teleported into from far, far away Irison. And Rilke Matai listens very, very attentively. You all strike me as trustworthy folk. If you will excuse me, give me perhaps an hour. I must consult the fates. He kind of waves you out of his office, where he shuts it and starts to meditate in the center of the room.
He's really looking into the future, huh? Nice diplomacy there, Cetus.
That was very good. After
Was that in character?
Yeah, was that in character?
Yeah. Well done.
One has to be decent with weaving words whenever they work within relative closeness to nobility. But I appreciate your compliment.
I'll have to pay a little closer attention next time.
All right.
DM's dying.
No, that was
That
Diane.
was perfectly timed.
Oh, that was Diane.
That was Rain. She did that on purpose.
Okay, that's right. After about an hour, the beautiful elder leader of the city opens the door again and waves you all in. The future is clouded. I'm afraid I have no certain information to offer you. However, I can say there have been a number of odd occurrences in Talisantri of late. Nothing definite enough to cause real alarm, but I am closely attuned with my city's heartbeat. There have been incidents, accidents, an increase in thefts, the occasional disappearance. My guards have investigated and found no source to this disquiet, but I feel in my bones that something is wrong in our city. These events may be somehow connected to your search. I have come across mention of this Okimua being that you seek. It is an ancient creature, as you thought a veiled master, of incredible power, once believed to have been destroyed long ago with the fall of Azlant. But apparently it is not the case. Ancient records show that Okimua and its brethren may have manipulated the Azlanti and orchestrated attacks against their civilization. If it survived Earthfall, then it has undoubtedly grown even more powerful. Perhaps unstoppably so. How do you guys
So-
respond?
What does that mean if it's unstoppable? Do we fight to the bitter end? Or submit to servitude?
Oh, Cetus. One thing you must understand about the future, especially in the age of lost omens, since the god Eredin has died. Prophecy is not what it once was. The future is always in flux. Is he powerful? Undoubtedly. Perhaps unstoppable? This remains to be seen. But what matters is that we continue to fight for which future we want. And if the future you want is the void of a beast named Okimua, then that is a future worth fighting for, no?
Okimura, you said?
Yes. Out of character, Okimua was the name of the Veiled Master. It was one of the last things that Onthuth said before you killed him.
Yeah, okay, that checks out.
It is also going way back. Only Rain was there for this. But you realize now that there was an abbreviated version of that name, Rain, on the glass stasis pod, the magical stasis pod in that tower from Book 1 that appeared to have been opened from the inside.
Okay. She'll just kind of walk up behind Cetus and kind of whisper it in her ear. She's not going to say it out loud. She'll explain what that is.
Mm.
Okay.
Are we speaking of the same Veilous Master that's responsible for the death of my brother?
Say that again? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was asking if
Gotcha.
if this master is also the one, if he's the one who's ultimately responsible for the death of my brother.
There was another Aboleth. It was that one that was controlling the creature that slew Triton.
So this isn't the one. We already got the other one.
That was the one that you killed, actually, along with that elf. It was
Aaron's
hidden
finding
at-
a hard reason to stick around.
But a veiled master is a threat to an entire ocean.
Cetus would, I mean, you would know that Onthuth was acting under orders from the Veiled Master.
Oh, fuck, he was? I thought
Yeah.
that... Okay, never mind. I'm
He
going
said
to
he didn't-
renege
he said he
everything
didn't
that I
like-
have said.
Yeah, let's rewind that. We can rewind that.
Yeah. He said he didn't like working for Okimua, but he was working for him nonetheless.
I thought he was just like, well, you think I'm bad? Guess what the fuck you guys released?
No. He the reason he was being so active was because Okimua was like his puppet master. He's the puppet master of the puppet master.
Okay. We're going to rewind that. And Seda says, ultimately, yes. That's
Well,
part of it, at least.
future or not, this is a creature I definitely want to see put to rest.
That's fair. That's entirely fair.
I am sorry I could not be of more help. Perhaps if you
You've
return
been-
tomorrow, I could reflect more with the fates.
You've already been such a tremendous amount of insight. If you would have us back tomorrow to prepare us better for what we're going to have to endeavor into, I would be exceptionally thankful, but please don't apologize. This is already a wonderful amount of help.
Of course. Thank you. I hope to see you all again soon. With that, he brings all of you out aside and leaves you there. You all find yourself again outside in Talisantry Plaza, in the center of the city. The Capitol building being the one on the left over here. Everyone give me a perception check as you come out.
Oh, boy. I'm good at these. I'm not good at these.
I totally thought that one was yours, but that's just as good. Oh wow, our minds are not in the right place to be looking around.
All right.
Lee
Rain's
had
got
all
us.
those points, remember?
Luckily, Rain does see something, however. You see that a group of 3 deep merfolk have clustered around...
Deep merfolk?
Yes, deep merfolk. I will describe them in a second. At the end of the plaza opposite from you. Unlike most merfolk in Talisantry, these are gaunt, with pale, almost bluish-white skin, and red crests on their fins and tails. One of the merfolk women floats a few feet in front of her companions. She calls out in a booming voice that carries across the plaza. "We come with a warning! An ancient threat awakens not far from here! Doom will begin with the tremors, and then the powerful quakes will tear the city apart. These are heralds of the creature, a plankton named Ruin Quake, rising from his sleep."
Do you mean the Aboleth? No.
A group of citizens kind of listening to this Doom Crier's warning nearby. They kind of look over. You see another Seokoi. That's one of the, like those, like, eel fish people you saw that were running the bar in the Undertow. One of them points at you all who've just come to the building is, "It's the outsiders! They bring poor luck!" A ripple of agreement runs through the citizens around her.
You hear Rain's axe come out of its sheath.
What do you guys do as the crowd begins to heat up and start hurling abuse at the party?
I would like to rage.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, here we go.
Can I roll a diplomacy to see if I can calm some people down?
You can try to do a diplomacy check.
Darren, please help me.
Absolutely.
Oh, Taryn with the nat 20. Taryn, you swim up. What do you... And I'm going to say Cetus actually helps Taryn on this one. Taryn, you swim forward. What do you say to the crowd as they begin to hurl various insults at you all in Aquan?
Like, while we may not be from here, these problems are not brought on by us, but in fact what we are investigating and hoping to cease. What makes you think that we're responsible for it?
He's right. All of you calm down. We're acting like fools. These doom criers bring out the worst in us. So everyone's going to get some XP for diffusing the crowd. Everyone's going to get 19,200 XP.
Who's keeping track?
It's not me.
I got it.
Okay.
However, as you all stay there, the currents begin to change. As the crowd calms down, a strong and unusual current rushes through the plaza, powerful enough to send people spinning in the water. The guards near the hall fan out, searching for the cause of the disturbance, when the crowd begins to disperse. Then, a ribbon of crimson water snakes its way through the plaza, and the crowd erupts into chaos. "Flee!" shrieks an aquatic elf woman as she swims away. "It's a crimson current!" Anyone who can, give me a knowledge nature check.
Oh my god. Cytoplankton.
Alright, give me 1 second. Is Rain the one that has knowledge nature?
Yep. Oh,
Alright.
I was wrong.
Assisting up to a 19. I'm going to say that's enough. And let me bring this image to bear, this image from the book. Cetus and Rain, you guys working together quickly identify this. Identify the crimson water. The red tint comes from a poisonous type of algae. Contact with this algae will cause sickness, and prolonged contact is deadly. Now,
Is there a shape to it, or is it literally just tide coming in? Almost.
almost like a tide coming in.
It's a real phenomena.
Right.
And I inaccurately described it. I
So-
was thinking of cyanobacteria, which is not the same thing.
What is going to happen here is that once I clear the initiative order, you guys can put your tokens on the map. We are going to roll into initiative. Go ahead and roll whenever you are ready.
How close are we to getting back inside of that building?
Pretty close, but you see that 6 merfolk are in danger of being engulfed by the red current. Or the crimson current, excuse me. I'm going to mark that with the picture from the book. Yay!
I don't think that I clicked my thing. The initiative was a 13.
I don't even see you on
Yeah,
the
your
map.
character's not even out right now.
You must drag your token onto the map, young Cetus.
I don't know what happened to my token.
Oh.
All I have is the regular picture.
What?
Huh.
Yeah, it's not on my
I know what's
sheet.
wrong. Hold on. Frickin' technical difficulties tonight. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll fix it. Don't drag your tokens back out yet. Alright, Taryn, you're good to drag yours out. Maris, you're good to drag yours out. Cetus, you're gonna drag
Diane.
yours out.
If it makes you feel any better, I was completely anticipating oh, I don't think I did that right. Having Cetus also be big.
Rain, go ahead and drag yours out. I don't know why Rains is doing that.
I don't either.
That shouldn't be happening. Your default token is not that.
No.
The fuck?
Could you take her off and let me try something else? You go up to the original art and move it over.
Original art? Do you have
Well,
two
you
character
know.
sheets?
No. I'm talking about what Drow sent me.
Okay.
Because the Ram one's not on my character sheet.
I just dragged you on from your character sheet. It is on your character sheet.
Where?
Just hover over your character sheet where it says Rain and then drag the name onto the map. Like that. It's under the characters tab at the bottom of your journal. All right.
Oh, okay.
If everyone's supposed to go ahead and just roll initiative one more time, we will fix that. Perfect. All right. So here is the deal with this Crimson Current thing. There are 6 citizens that are in danger. You can take, ignore the distances on this map. This is kind of a theater of the mind thing, but I wanted it for visuals. You can take a move action to reach a citizen and then a full round action to move that individual to safety. There are 3 citizens that have already been affected. You can still take a move action to reach them and then attempt a heal check, neutralize poison, or similar action to treat the infected individual. You guys also hear a man from behind you shouting, My boy is somewhere in there! So, go ahead and Maris up first. Maris, give me a perception check. You don't see the boy anywhere in there. What would you like to do with your turn?
I'm gonna move to here,
Okay,
and then I can make a heal check on this guy, right?
correct.
Did he pick the boy?
No, no one spotted the boy yet. The boy is somewhere in the current.
Okay.
That is a success, Maris. So next turn, you can take the full round action and drag him away. Taryn, it is your turn. You can also make a perception check to try and spot the boy.
Yep. Or not.
You can't see him.
All right. Let me do this, and I am going to go ahead and try and grab that one. Now, this isn't going to be very good, but I'm going to try and pull him out anyways. If I fail the heal check, can I still pull them out or no?
It takes a full round action to bring them to safety in this like modified combat. So all you can do now
Okay,
is get
gotcha.
up there and like ready them to run.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, but you can still make the heal check if you'd like to try to temporarily help them.
Yeah, we'll see. We shall see.
That is
And I'm
not
done.
enough to help.
Okay.
That brings
Didn't
us
imagine so.
to Rain.
Rain can't heal, so she's just gonna run up and grab one of them.
Okay, so you can make a move action to go to whichever one you want, and then next turn you'll be able to help more.
Do I need to roll perceptive to see if I can see the boy?
Sure. If you would like to, go ahead. You are going to spot the boy, little cartoon boy over here. Right there.
Okay. Rain will yell and point.
All right.
There's the boy.
With you pointing out, see if you're able to see the child. What would you like to do?
Yep.
I'm going to dimension door to him. Fuck me up, Ben. Just do it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a fortitude save. You are currently sickened.
That means one action?
It just means you have a -2 on everything.
Okay.
But if you remain in contact with it, it's going to start becoming deadly. So that is the current is going to start sweeping forward. It's going to move forward 2 squares. So I need Maris and Terran to both make fortitude saves as well. Maris is also sickened. Terran, you are temporarily okay. You fight off the effects of the algae.
Perfect.
Okay. Brings us back to Maris. Maris, you can take a full round action and drive that guy out of there if you would like. Or if you have a different plan, that works too.
I'm gonna move to this guy and see if I can heal him.
Okay. It's not going to be healed, unfortunately. Terran.
I'm dragging this person to safety.
All right, that is 1 successful character saved. Tally them up over there. Rain, it is your turn.
Rain is going to go over here and grab Cetus, who was grabbing the kid, and try to pull her out.
You won't be able to do that on a full... You need a full round action is required to move them. So if you do this, you're basically just going to be stuck in there for another turn.
Okay.
If you want to, though, you can, but you're going to have to make a fortitude save.
Coming out.
Hey, can I free action tell her to stay back? Or help someone else?
You can tell her. Whether Rain listens is up to you. Is up to her.
Okay.
Did I make the fortitude?
Upon hearing that warning, would you stay back?
No.
Okay.
Because I magicked in there. I can magic out.
All right. You are sickened.
Okay.
Okay. So that brings us to Cetus. Cetus, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna loop one arm around the child, loop another arm around Rain, and Dimension Door again.
All right. Use the Dimension Door spell. You're able to bring all 3 of you back over to the city council building, and the boy gets away with his dad.
Yeah, okay. I was actually kind of hoping I could be closer Like here?
If you would like.
Yeah. It's not spreading fast from
Yeah.
what I
Well,
saw.
it's all like theater of the mind-ish a bit, but yes, it's not spreading super fast.
All right, so Rain will
Okay.
want to be up there too, so she can help.
Okay.
I just wanted to get the kid out, and then I want to be able to help other people.
All right.
So you guys just threw the kid out and he floundered his way back to safety.
All right.
Sure.
The others begin to be affected by the algae as well. Maris.
I'm gonna pull this guy out.
Okay. You can spend a 4-round action pulling him to safety. That is another one saved. Taryn.
He is going to go over to the first one that he healed
Okay.
as a full action, and I'll have to make my fortitude save.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yep.
All right.
You still manage to fight off the red current. Brings us to Rain.
She will.
And keep on, even though you guys are like closer, it's still going to be a move action to get there, and then a full round to get them to safety. So distance is relative.
She'll move to this one.
All right. And Cetus.
And make her fortitude.
Yeah, make your fortitude. Well, you're already infected.
Right, I'm already infected, so I don't have to do a fortitude.
Nope.
Now it's my turn.
Yeah, I'm just marking everyone who's infected because that's going to be an issue
Okay.
every minute from now on.
Move here. Grab those two, and since Rain is touching that guy, we're gonna
Oh,
third
yeah.
verse, same as the first.
You are all touching. Yeah, totally allow it. All of you managed to teleport
Yeah.
out. Boom. With a powerful current of magic, the water rushes back in where you were, creating a rush of bubbles. And there are only 2 people left to be saved. The current is still advancing in the plaza. At this point, it's kind of just filling the plaza. You guys are already partially infected, so I'm just going to fill it some more. Maris.
I'll move up to this guy and see if I can heal him.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you managed to stabilize his effect. He is not being killed by the red current anymore. Which brings us to Taryn.
All round action to safety.
All right, you guys managed to rescue another one. And that leaves us with Rain.
So if she moves over there, that's all she could do this turn, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So she'll go on this side.
All right, you go over on that side of them. And Cetus.
Do it. Take the glory.
I am burning through spells, but Dimension Door yet again, and everybody's out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go way over here this time.
Alrighty.
How long does the sickness last?
So, as you guys teleport out and rescue the last person, first of all, you all are going to successfully get some XP without having lost anyone to this for the Crimson the Crimson Current. Everybody is going to get. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. 4,800 XP. And as you guys kind of stabilize the plaza, you help these people get away, they disappear. After a minute, I need everyone to make, who is infected, to make another fortitude save. So basically everyone but Taryn.
And that's -2.
All right. Maris and Drow, you are both nauseated.
At this point, I'd cast Cleanse on myself.
Okay, you can cast Cleanse on yourself.
I got a 20.
But each of you guys, Rain, that is 1 success. After another minute, you'll be able to make another check. But Drow and Maris are each going to lose 2 Constitution. And this is Constitution damage, not drain. All right. As the plaza settles down, the crimson current fades away, but you see something moving in the depths. And
I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
I'm gonna say you have to do that on the first round of combat because they're gonna jump in.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
Can Cetus take a free
Answer.
action to gag?
A free action to what?
Gag, since she's nauseated?
Yes, you can take a free action to gag.
Beautiful.
Swimming up over the other building, a truly massive aquatic worm appears. A beast of the deep, all glowing blue skin and rippling eye stalks. Everyone roll for initiative. As it appears, the Doomsayers were telling the truth.
So we're still sickened when we do this initiative, right?
Correct.
Do we keep our initiative or reroll?
Reroll.
You got it. Oh, shit.
All right. On that nat 20, it is going to be Taryn up first with a 31. Taryn, what would you like to do? This thing is of gargantuan size.
Holy crap. I couldn't get over to it anyways. I would look at my team and our team, not saying it's mine, but look at our team and figure out, what are we doing? Are we going to fight this? Do we run? What do you guys want?
Rain would never run away from a fight, but if the rest of you want to flee, then she will go with you.
Maris, Cetus, you're both looking a little under the weather.
Thing's invading my home. I want to kill it.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I keep
Fair
forgetting you're
enough.
from here. Okay.
I am going to go ahead and...
Is Maris still nauseated, or has he cast something on himself to be better?
Maris is better. Because he casts
Okay.
cleanse.
Taryn's going to...
You two are
Go over
nauseated
there.
for 2 more rounds.
Can I do some kind of check to see what this creature is?
Yeah, that'll be knowledge nature.
I cannot do that, so never mind. But he makes a double move to go to there, and you'll see him kind of holding on to his pendant.
Noted. Alright, what is our sinewy friend gonna do here? King Ragworm.
Remind for the check. Thanks, boss.
That's a named creature, so that doesn't actually tell you what it is.
Damn.
This enormous segmented worm shivers with iridescent colors and long bristles running down its side.
It looks like a bobbit worm.
Alright. You see it disappear under the ground as it burrows into the sand. And it's going to take a standard action to do something that you all do not see. Maris.
Are you wearing those trimmer boots? No, we gave them back. Never mind.
She is. She put them on. She said specifically she did.
Rain did, yeah.
Fair enough.
Before we got into this, Rain put on the boots.
Yeah, she did.
Well, if she wants to try to swim down to the sea floor and walk on the bottom, she can do that. But it is Maris' turn first. And Maris, you're cured, so I'm going to take off your red dot.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself, and then I'm gonna move 50 feet.
All right. And Cetus, you are throwing up for this round. You have one more round of nauseation after this. Rain,
Okay.
you're also throwing up
Yep,
this round.
Curled up in a pathetic little ball of pink.
You guys could take move actions if you want, though. You can't take a move action while nauseated.
So I can't walk.
No, you can take a move action. So if that's what you guys want to do.
All right. So Rain will, because of all her raging and stuff, she will move there.
Okay.
See if she can feel what's going on underneath the sea.
Okay. You don't feel anything within 20 feet for your tremor sense. And Cetus, did you want to move at all or just stay where you're at?
No, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay. Taryn? What would you like to do?
We still don't see where that creature's at yet. So I think he would just have his rapier drawn and ready in action.
Okay.
There's nothing really else for him to do right now.
Where are the guards?
They left for the citizens to like
That's fair.
to get everyone to safety. All right. A burrow hole appears in front of Taryn. With a massive inhalation, King Ragworm is going to cause a vortex to appear. I need you to make a reflex save as the water begins to be drawn towards the burrow's entrance.
I am going to go ahead and use one of my abilities, the Charmed Life,
Okay.
which just adds my charisma modifier to this roll, which is 3.
So that is a 25. That is not going to be enough.
Oh my god.
And you are pulled all the way towards it, which is going to provoke an op attack from it as you get sucked closer. And with that op attack, it is going to attempt a bite. And the way this thing bites, its like head area expands outward and it basically vomits out its own mouth. It's a irreversible phalanx. Or, not phalanx. Whatever it's called. Larynx.
I'm not touching that one. I'll let you have that one.
And it is going to make that bite attack. Basically, the King Ragworm's jaws sit deep within its throat when it makes a bite attack. The Ragworm turns its throat inside out and extends its jaws with surprising speed. What is your AC?
Oh, it's really high, like 90 something.
Okay, that's a nat 20.
Yep.
It is going to confirm with a 36.
Oh my god.
12.
So Ethan, after this is done, I'm gonna go ahead and clear out my fiver. Get in contact with me, okay?
You're going to take 45 damage. And what is your CMD?
25.
Okay. It fully grapples you, grabs you with a bite, and due to its fast swallow ability, eats you. You are now in its stomach.
Oh my god.
All right. As you all see Terran get absolutely swallowed by this burrowing sea monster.
Do I not get my turn though?
Well, your turn was ready in action, but
Right.
it wouldn't have triggered it because it was when it got close enough and it sucked you towards it from 15 feet away or 20 feet away.
Fair enough.
Cetus, you vomit for one more turn. Do you want to take a move action?
Yeah. And I can Amph as part of my move action, right?
Dimensional slide.
Yeah.
Is that a swift action? Or is it just part of a move action?
It says part of a move action.
Then yes, all out.
Okay. Do that. And that I can actually get right there.
All right. I'm going to assume you teleport into its range so that you don't op attack.
Did we get out of order?
I double tapped. It's Maris first before Cetus.
Okay, well, can I just stay there?
Yeah, I mean, that's all you're going to do anyway. Nothing's going to change after that. So, Maris, what would you like to do? Because it can't op attack you right now because you teleported, basically.
I'm gonna move to there. I'm gonna start up the Aura of Heroism as a swift action,
that-
and then I'm gonna
30 feet?
I believe so.
Making it so everyone can see your aura.
And then I'm casting Forbid Action on the creature.
All right, what are
And
you
I'm
forbidding?
it to attack.
Okay. Is this a mind affecting effect?
It is.
Nothing happens. The spell fizzles out. This thing is basically mindless.
Well,
It is immune to
fuck.
those. All right, Rain, you can take a single move action as well.
All right. She's good.
All right, and Terran, back to the top of the order. You are inside
All
the
right.
worm.
Inside the worm, he's going to hold on to his pendant and as a swift action, activate it.
Okay.
Did you have a token, Ben?
Give me 1 sec. That's the wrong page.
I didn't make one. I should make one though.
I had a temp one in mind.
Okay.
What size is it again?
Pull it up. I believe it's just large.
Okay. Vroom. The seawater inside King Ragworm ripples as a giant octopus appears to your aid.
There's that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have that just go full ham on this creature.
Okay, make the bite and all the tentacle attacks. Everything with it is going to take a -4 though, because it's temporarily grappled inside.
Oh. So she's in there with me, huh? Or he is?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to summon her outside, do you want to summon her outside or inside?
Oh, I care not. I'm just summoning. Just
I think they would appear with you.
okay. That's for the bite.
Bite attack, that is a confirmed crit for 18. And that is exactly how much damage you need for it to bite its way out, leaving a hole in the stomach.
Awesome. Is that enough room for me to swim out
Yes,
on my
'cause it is
action, on my turn?
A large-sized creature. Neither of you swim out because
Okay.
you did decide to take like a full round attack, and it just got here. But this is back to the king ragworm. Bum. Okay, it can no longer use a swallow whole ability until that is healed. So it is going to instead full round attack. And let's see, how far away is everyone? All right, bite attack is going to be on Rain because she's within 20 feet. All right, Rain, does a 27 hit your AC?
She stepped away
Oh, well,
for a moment.
I'm like positive that it does.
I am pulling it up right now just because I think I have access to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does.
Okay. I'll subtract the damage. She takes 23 damage and is going to be pulled closer as she gains the grappled condition. Doesn't swallow her, but she is grappled because it can't swallow right now due to the octopus biting its way out of the stomach. Insane move. And then it is going to attack Cetus twice with a slam from its midsection and a slap from its tail. Cetus, the slam is 34. And you're going to take
Yeah.
17 damage, and I need a fortitude save.
Okay. There we go.
On a nat 20, you resist the poison. The tail slams into you as well. You are going to take another 21 damage, and give me another fortitude save.
Oh no.
Oh.
All right, this time the poison affects you. And where'd my die go? There it is. You take 1 con damage and 2 dex damage. Maris, 'tis your turn.
It's more dex damage.
I'm gonna cast Grace as a swift action,
Okay.
and I'm gonna move up to here,
Okay, everyone is now inside your aura.
and I'm gonna touch Cetus.
Hell yeah, get that healing magic out.
Oof, terrible heal, but 31 hit points.
Every little bit helps. So that is heal critical. And that brings
Thank you.
us to Cetus.
Can I see Taryn?
You can see probably bits of Terran hanging around with a giant octopus inside this thing's belly.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you
And
guys
was-
didn't see it summon it.
Yeah, as far as you guys know, that octopus was just in there.
And hang on, I wanna cast defensively.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, that actually works. If I can grab Taryn, I want to Dimension Door.
I'm going to say, since I put him on that exact token in that section of its belly, you reach out and touch Terran and teleport away. Where would you like to
And
teleport?
can I take Maris with me if he wants? If he wants.
He's within touch range. Maris, would you consent to be teleported? It's like willing creatures.
Negative.
Negative. He stays there.
Okay.
All right, so you can bring. I mean, Dimension Door's range is huge. Pretty much, you and Taryn can be wherever
Yeah.
you want on this map.
I'm gonna get him over here.
Okay, I'll drag him over there with you. So I'm gonna zoom out so the stream can see. You guys are all the way over by the back building. The other two are still up there. And Rain, are you back?
Okay.
Okay. You are currently grappled by this giant sea monster, and it is your turn.
Am I still sickened?
You're no longer nauseated, but you are still
Okay.
sickened, so you take a -2 to everything.
Okay, I'm raging. And I'm going to... I took out my great axe
Okay.
before this all started.
Yeah.
I believe that's it.
You can't attack while grappled with a two-handed weapon, only with a one-handed weapon. You could try to make a strength check to escape, an escape artist check to escape, or a combat maneuver check to take control of the grapple, although actually you wouldn't be able to do that because this thing is more than 2 size categories bigger.
Right. So I can try a strength to see if I can break out.
Or an escape artist.
I don't have escape artists, I don't think.
On a nat 20, which I believe is the only way you would have been able to get out of it because he has a CMD that is way higher, you break free of the grappled condition.
Okay. So I'll just... Oh, I gotta stay there. Never mind.
I mean, you could take a move action if you want, but you'll provoke an op attack.
No, she's gonna stay there and fight it out with Mary.
Okay. Taryn, you are some 100-something feet away.
I'm gonna give Cetus a hug as a free action and say thank you for saving me, of course. And keep in mind, this is twice that Drow has saved me in 2 separate games, mind you.
Pretty consistent.
One was just a
And-
bunch of points.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
you still saved me.
He was gonna get dead.
Yes, I was.
God, that was a crazy
But
session.
I'm going to drink a Cure Moderate and then make a move action to kind of, seeing that everyone else is kind of staying in the fight, I will try and help out. Giving Cetus a dashing little salute, of course,
Okay.
on my way. And then I'm going to have Seth just do a full round, actually 5 foot outside of her.
All right. We'll say she can squiggle her way
And
out.
then, yeah, just square her way out, and then just go ham with the bite and tentacles.
All right, go ahead. Miss?
I don't know how to do the tentacles because there are 8 of them. Do we just do one attack for all of them?
I mean, you can just hit it a bunch of times. Miss. We'll figure out a way to do a macro for later. Hit.
Okay.
Use 2 size categories larger, though, so I don't believe you can grapple. I'll just stop you when you get a hit.
That's all of them.
Okay, only the 30 was a hit. And this thing
Perfect.
takes its first damage. Well, I guess second damage. as You cut its way out earlier.
Oh my god.
Yep.
All right, that is back to this beast. It is gonna go ham again. First is gonna be a bite attack on the octopus. That is a 36. Octopus is gonna take 21 damage, and what is its CMD?
I have to look at all this. It's a different setup. Give me a moment.
You're good.
I'll find it.
While you look at that, I'm going to do the next attack, which is going to be a slam on Rain. It's a nat 20. 31, so that's a confirm. Rain takes 36 and needs to make a fortitude save. All right, you are not poisoned. And then finally, Maris. This is the tail slap. A 20 even.
Miss.
All right, you manage to boom. The thing's tail slams down in the sand, sending up a cloud of it. But you manage to swim out of the way. That is its full turn. Did you figure out your CMD for the octopus?
27.
Okay, the octopus is grappled.
Okay.
In this thing's mouth. It just can't swallow right now. That brings us to Maris.
I'm gonna cast Divine Favor.
All right,
Defensively.
that is a success. The spell certainly goes off with divine favor.
And then I'm gonna take a 5-foot step closer.
All right, you move in. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, you move in closer to this giant worm. That brings us to Cetus, who is all the way back here on the steps of the Capitol building.
So for that lovely card ability, does it just pop up? Or is it as summon monster?
I'm going to say it's a standard action.
Alright then. Gonna spend a point.
What you summoning? Might have a token for it. I've played a lot of Pathfinder.
Going to move. Actually, I have to go there. I'm going to Bamf. And yeah, that'll work. And I'm going to summon a large water elemental.
I think I have one of those.
Oh.
All right.
I
The
want
card
him
burns in your pocket,
here.
and with you hold it up, and a glowing trumpet appears in your hand, like a hunting horn, and a large water elemental, full of moving tentacles, is going to appear. I'm gonna remove that X though.
I can do that.
So there we go.
And can
as
he
a summoned
attack this
creature,
round?
yeah, it can act.
All
This
right.
ain't magic. I know summon and sickness.
He has 2 slams, which are both plus 12, so
I was about to say they should be the same because they're naturals.
and does that hit? Since he's
That does
flanking
hit.
with Maris. Okay. And then that does. Sorry, this is taking so long.
Hey,
Oh, you're
new
good.
powers.
This is a brand new creature for you. Yeah. I'm surprised you even have this much. I would not have been that fast. Oh, dude, I just keep moving my guy. Sorry.
You're good.
Trying to measure.
Okay, 10, and then I'm gonna roll again.
Okay. And remember, you can just do the up arrow. When you click the chat box, you can just hit the up arrow to reroll.
Yeah, I imagine that doesn't hit.
That one does not hit. But in Aquan, this thing bubbles, like the water like ripples around, and it's just like, Master, I heard your horn. It summoned me to battle at the clarion horn sing. Do you say anything to it?
That is fucking rad. Come on, you funky little elemental.
Yes, it is most rad, Master. Rain, it is your turn.
Okay. Is she sickened still?
She is sickened, so that is a -2 penalty on your Jimmy Jams.
How long does that last?
Until you guys cure this or you die from the
Okay.
red algae that you contacted.
And am I in a bubble that I get an extra something or another?
You're in the heroism aura.
+2 to attack and saves.
Okay. Thank you.
So basically, you just roll your attack normally because it's going to cancel out the second effect.
Okay.
Hey, wait. Does Rain have the Pearl of the Sirens?
Yes.
Okay. Is
Why?
that the thing that makes it so that no matter what she breathes, it's clean?
Honestly, I don't remember. There's so many magic
I
items that
don't
you guys have got in this
think
campaign.
think so.
Here, let's see. It won't let me.
I'm looking it
Okay.
up.
I
will go
know,
copy it here.
I know, Lier and the Starfinder game. I think you got that Aeon
Here.
Stone that made the air clear.
It's just be able to breathe in water as if it were clean, fresh air. I mean, it's
Okay.
a bit bad. I
would
don't know how
say
you want to
it
interpret
wasn't
that.
necessarily about breathing. It was about like touching the algae. So I think some of it probably
Right.
still would have touched it. It's not like
Okay,
not a perfect
okay.
bubble.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Drow.
Good try though.
Here I go rules lawyering.
Oh boy, here I
Hey.
go rules lawyering again.
Did I do that?
Um,
I hit it. Now go.
someday roll 20 will let you roll.
It's gonna roll. Come on.
Those are both misses as the axe impacts its shiny body and doesn't hurt it.
That's 27, 28, 29. Because of the 2 for the heroism.
Oh,
And flanking, right?
well, heroism
From the
was
elements?
canceling out sickened, but did you include flanking?
No, I did not.
Okay, then a 29 will hit. For what kind of energy damage is that?
It is. I'm gonna
Whatever
go
you want.
Electricity,
Okay,
and then I get 1d6 to go with that.
I think that's
For,
already what was rolled.
I didn't think we added that in the macro.
I mean, I assume
For
that's what
my-
the 3 energy was in the damage 2
Yeah.
Is that
category.
okay. I didn't know if we added it. All right.
Correct. Yeah, it's in there. It rolls free automatically.
All right, you cut
Thanks,
into this
Ethan.
beast's hide, but it is still squirming around in the sand. Taryn.
He is gonna go up and swim up right next to the octopus
Okay.
and
That
tell
is
him
going
it's
to
been a long
provoke-
time, good friend.
In op attack.
Yep.
All right, it's gonna inverse its mouth again. That is a 32 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
You're gonna take another 16 damage, and that is a 32 to grapple.
Ah, damn, dude. I'm captured in the mouth again.
Yep, but you're not
And
swallowed.
then I'm just gonna have
so
Seth go.
I
I
can't
know.
do it again.
Oh
I
no
can't
no!
do this.
It can't. It can't grapple you. It's already grappling the octopus. I am a fool.
Okay,
Belay
that
that.
makes me happy.
It's gonna tail slap you instead. 28 to hit on the tail slap.
Ooh, that gets it.
Okay, you're gonna take 26 damage and make a fortitude save.
How much damage? 26?
Yeah, 26. Sorry, stream. I was probably scratching my beard and that was annoying. I apologize.
And
Right.
I add 3 for my charisma, so it's at 15, unfortunately.
So you are poisoned as this thing's like viscous liquid extruded from its body seeps into you. You're gonna take 4 dex damage and 1 con damage. Who else was poisoned last time? Wasn't someone else poisoned? Rain? Or was it Cetus?
I think it was me.
Okay, on your next turn, you would have you can retroactively make another fortitude save.
Oh, I love doing that. I'm great at these. I am going.
That's a nat one.
That was the net one.
Gonna say that's a nat one right there.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
Rain.
I'm.
Not Rain. Sorry. Cetus, you take 1 dex damage and another 1 con damage.
Yeah, okay.
You only count my first attack.
Okay. That crit does not confirm. So that's gonna be 39 damage as you jab your blade into the ragworm, sparking with just a little hint of electricity, but it is still cooking. And it is its turn again.
Well, the octopus gets a chance to escape, correct?
Yes, the octopus acts on your turn. So yeah, it can make a escape artist, a strength, or escape artist or strength check. There's not going to be enough, unfortunately.
How does it only get a 15?
Oh,
I see. Never mind. I got it. I figured it out.
It's going to roll.
It was just showing 20.
Okay, so first it's going to roll a slam against Rain. That was a 34. Rain, you're going to take 15 damage. I need you to make a fortitude save. That is not going to be a success. You are now poisoned. I need to start marking everyone who's poisoned. Oh, you got the radioactive symbol already on you. I'll keep using that.
Yeah.
Radioactive, and Rain is also still red algaed. All right, Rain, you're going to take 2 dex damage. So your dex is 2 lower, and 1 con damage. And sorry, not Maris's turn yet. That was just the slap. So that was the slam. Here is the tail slap on Maris. Maris, that is going to be a 34.
That hits.
All right. You are going to take 21 damage. I need you to make a fortitude save as well. That is exactly going to do it. You resist the ragworm's poison. And then the bite, it's going to try to maintain that on the octopus, but it does not. The octopus is no longer grappled. Cetus, that is your turn. And we did your retroactive roll last time. So now give me a fortitude save again.
Ah!
2 dex damage and 1 con damage. All right, Rain, go ahead and give me a fortitude save.
So, I don't want to concern anybody, but I currently have a -1 to my constitution.
Do you actually?
So if you just go below, you're done.
Do you have -1 to your con?
Yep, right now I do.
Cetus,
And
you see black
No.
veins
yeah.
pulsing. Are you positive?
The modifier.
Oh, the modifier.
Yeah.
How much actual con do you have left?
9.
Oh, then you're fine.
Yeah.
You're not dead yet.
Yeah, well, I'm getting there.
I was like, Jesus, fuck, how are you already? I was like, it's been rolling ones every time.
Yeah, I was about to say, you were talking to me about having
Yeah,
constitution?
that's what I thought. I was like, has she been talking shit about his con this whole time? And she was like 8.
Okay, well, Cetus isn't a frontline fighter. Just so you know.
All right, fair enough. Rain, that is 1 success. You take no poison effects this round, but you need another success before you are cured.
Okay.
Taryn. Give me another
he's
fortitude
going
save
to...
first.
Fine.
That is a fail. You can take 2 dex damage and 2 con damage.
All right. Let's do this then. I'm going to spend another panache point to beef that up.
Okay.
That does not include flanking, unfortunately.
Okay, so 31 is going to hit. 25 is not going to hit. But you do deal an even 40. And then your octopus. Hit. It's a hit for 10.
Make a fortitude save. 2 can play this game.
That is going to be a
But I'm assuming you have to roll like a nat 1 to actually fail.
24.
Oh, okay, you pass.
Okay. This thing does produce its own venom, so it is harder to poison, to be sure. Crit does not confirm, but that deals another 3. That's 1 tentacule. Okay, hold on.
There's
miss,
all of them.
Miss. Alright, it is Big Boy's turn again. It is going to try and...
Oh, real quick. Was that with flanking? Did you add flanking into that? So it'd been like 29, 28...
29 and 28.
27 doesn't, but 28 and 29.
28 and 29 are both going to hit for another 8 total.
Okay.
And now it's going to go ham again. First attack is going to be a bite on Maris. That is a 30.
That's a miss.
That's a miss? Holy shit. It like inverts that mouth again and tries to wrap it around you, but by the grace of Saren Ray, you are too heavily armored for that. In that case, it's going to move on.
That shield of faith's paying off, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, it impacts like a glowing orange bubble around you. Next is going to be a 29 on Rain. That's going to be slam damage. You're going to take 19. And then a tail slap on Terran. 30. It's a hit. Terran, you take another 23 damage. And that is its full turn. It is now Maris, who remains neither sickened or poisoned.
I'm gonna full round attack.
Go for it. Holy Scimitar.
I'm assuming he's of good health.
The holy damage isn't going to affect because this thing is true neutral. But 30 is going to hit both times for a total of 27, bringing this thing down to exactly 1 HP.
Oh, finish it off, Cetus.
Cetus, go ahead and give me another save. Fortitude.
Can I have the thing attack first? I have that roll pulled up.
Yes, you can.
Okay. And is that still within what, heroism?
Yes, so that's an extra +2, bringing that to a 24.
And then
Flanking brings it to a 26, which is still not enough.
fuck. All right.
Did you do something last turn when you failed the poison?
No.
Okay, you still get an action for that. I think I moved past that too quickly.
All right. Let's go ahead and
Just make your save.
have him retroactively attack.
Go ahead and make those extra 2 attacks.
And that would be 28.
28, that is a hit.
Okay.
The water elemental pours its liquid, pure water from the endless sea of the elemental plains that drowns out the poison and snaps this thing's vertebrae. And with that, the King Ragworm is dead. We are going to remain in combat because people are currently dying from poison. All right, Cetus, that is a fail. That rolled off the table. 4 dex damage. What is your dex at right now?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
3.
Okay, you are still able to move, albeit barely. And you take 2 more con damage. Do you have anything you wish to do?
Maris, I don't want to trouble you, but I am actually about to die.
All right. Rain, go ahead and make another fortitude save. All right, that is a failure, which resets your consecutive save rules. You take 3 dex and 1 con damage.
Okay, how do I put that in here? Under the temporary? On my
Oh, you haven't been doing that? Yeah, under temp
yeah, under
Right.
10.
is where you have to log that under your abilities.
Okay.
I don't know what your
I
total
wasn't
should be
keeping
at this
track
point.
for you, so I don't know exactly where you're at, but there was quite a bit.
Yeah. Hang on. I'll
Did you
figure
keep
it-
track of any of that?
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Perfect. But yes, you are correct.
Rain could still make a move action if you would like. But if you don't want to, then it is going to be Terran, who needs to
No.
make another save. Alright, that is 1 success. Terran, you take no more damage from that. You need to make another success after this.
Okay. Can I take my turn, though?
Uh-huh. What do you want to do?
Swim over to Cetus and hand her a potion of restoration.
Acknowledged. That brings us to Maris.
Change the quantity.
I'm gonna swim over and see if I can. You heal check to see if I can cure the poison.
I believe you can do that on a heal check. Oh, yeah, give me a heal check. Alright, I am just double checking the heal rules. That is enough that you'll be able to at least you cure the crimson algae, the red current. So, Cetus, you can remove that dot from yourself. So at the very least, that's not going to kill you later. Although you're still in danger at the moment. Alright, treat poison.
I accidentally made some dots. I'm gonna. Oh no, they're stuck to Cetus.
You good, bro? I can fix it.
Okay, there we go. That's good
So
enough.
basically how it works is that you give her a +4 on her next save with that success on the poison. But you do successfully cure the red algae. So Cetus, you can now make a fortitude save with an additional +4 or +5, sorry.
Okay. So that takes my fortitude save up to a whopping +1.
Okay, that is a fail.
Well, it's been fun.
You had the restoration spell, or the potion I gave you.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Would that-
you still have
would
a
that
turn. You
fix
can
it?
still drink that. It would restore.
It cures all
what is
temporary
that?
ability damage.
Okay, well, I'll still.
You're still
Is this
poisoned, but
temporary?
it removes
take-
all those negative levels to it.
2 dex and 2 con damage. You could just try to drink this poison though, or drink the potion. Sorry.
Yeah, not the poison. Don't drink
can
poison.
I move with 1 dexterity?
Yep, just barely. At 0 dexterity, you are immobile.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Drink the potion or move.
Drink the potion.
Okay.
Like, can
All
I
of your
lift
con
things?
damage and all of your dex damage is all healed.
Alright, cool.
All right. There are now officially 2 rounds left in the poisoning. For you and Rain, and 3 left for Terran. Rain, go ahead and make a fortitude save. That is another success. It wasn't consecutive though, so you're not cured. However, you don't take any damage this round. Terran.
All right, so I need to get another one to be cured, right? To get 2 in a row.
Yep, correct. You get 2 in a row.
All right, I am going to activate Charmed Life again.
Okay.
I'll add this in there automatically, so we don't have to worry about that.
That's with Charmed Life.
Correct.
Okay. You're gonna take more damage. 4 dexterity.
Oh, sad panda.
4 dexterity and 1 con. As the poison continues to course, Maris.
Between Taryn and Rain, who looks worse?
Taryn, how much con do you have left, and how much dex do you have left?
I have 15 dex and 12 con.
I'm good. Go ahead.
How much con and dex do you have left, Rain?
I have 11 dex and 20 con.
Oh, because you're raging. That's why. Okay. I mean, it might be more worth helping Taryn because he still has 2 rounds of poisoning left, and Rain only has 1.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. Go ahead and heal Taryn.
I'll do the heal check on Taryn.
Okay. That is another success. Taryn, you're gonna get a +4 or +5 on your thing. Cetus. This is your last round of poison. Go ahead and give me one last save without the +5. Okay. On a nat 1, you're gonna take 4 dex damage and 2 con. And you are no longer poisoned. Brings us to Rain. Rain, go ahead, make it the last save. That is a pass. 2 successful rows. You don't take any more damage. But you are still affected currently by the red current. Taryn still has 2 rounds of this poison left. So Taryn, go ahead and make a save with a +5.
You got it. Already added in there.
Alright, that is a success. No damage taken. Maris, do you want to try to give him one last boost for his last round of poisoning?
Yep.
Okay. And that is a success. You get an extra +5 on this one as well. Cetus, anything you want to do? Or do you guys just want to let Taryn roll?
I can't do anything to help.
Alright.
Really?
I'm going to say let's just let Taryn roll. And that is a success. And we are out of combat as your poison wears off. Although you guys can still tell that Rain is affected by the red current. She is about to have to make another save against that.
Can I go over and do a heal
You may indeed.
check?
And just barely Maris is able to cure that as well. So we are safe from ability score damage. And you guys are going to get some XP for defeating a gargantuan vermin.
So does that make my dex and con go back up?
No. Not until you
Okay.
get
Not yet,
restored.
no.
Or healed in some way. Sorry, less restoration or restoration. Everybody gets 6,400, and I'm going to go ahead and have us have our second break here because I didn't actually take a break the first time. I was fixing sound. So let's all take 5 minutes and then meet back here. Sound good?
Perfect.
All right, I shall see you all in 5 minutes.
Add something to help poison.
Hey,
I gotta take a rest because my hit points are down to 20 now.
You did great, son. You did great.
You did good, kid.
Maybe we should go to the temple.
Who
Okay.
has the most con or ability damage?
as this
Right
thing's killed and the kern is gone, people start rushing up to thank you. As I kind of like press closely, you know, singing your praises. Everybody give me a perception check. And one for Terran. Okay. Terran saves you guys. Terran, as the crowd presses forward, you see a Cicalia, one of the octopus like merfolk, attempt to slip something into the pockets of Cetus. Into like her little bag where the spellbook is.
So there's someone trying to slip it into her bag, or
It looks like they just
pull
like
something out.
you just saw they just slipped something into her bag.
Oh, they're touching her.
Yeah, well,
They're like real
pickpocket, like pickpocket style.
Okay, well, if anybody's that she's not been traveling with gets too close to her, she's going to say, "Do not crowd me. Please do not crowd me. Please do not crowd me."
Right. The crowd backs up a little bit, but Terran, you do still see this person slip something in as they kind of like walk behind or swim behind Cetus. What do you do?
I want to try. Is it possible to try and grab them?
Yeah, give me a combat maneuver.
Or not?
We are gonna go ahead and roll to initiative with them as they try and swim away.
Is my water elemental still there?
It is still there, yes. This is very quick. It's like immediately following the beast dying.
Ah.
All right, Terran, you're up first.
I tell. Well, first off, I try and grab them.
Okay.
So, if I can, awesome. If not, I will send Seth after him.
Okay. 27 is gonna do it as you like tackle them and pin them against the central statue of the plaza.
This man was trying to slip something into your bag, Cetus.
Can I rifle through my bag to look for what it was?
Yes. You see several scorched metal fragments. Give me either a knowledge engineering check or a survival check. Or even actually an arcana check I will allow in this case.
Okay.
This is Azlanti tech. Some of the stuff that you are so interested in. Moreover than that, this is
was
leftover
probably
shards
stolen.
of a bomb. Probably the bomb that was the earthquake that triggered the monster. As you're like examining it, this nearby looks like a bard, male merfolk is just like, there, that's some sort of Azlanti device, concussive force. They probably set off the device to draw the creature here and set themselves up as heroes. What do you guys say?
Clearly, anybody who would want to fight that creature willingly is out of their mind. And in fact, we have the culprit right here who has since been this is the individual that put the pieces in her bag.
Give me a diplomacy check.
See this, I need you to
All eight.
bat your pretty eyes there for us. Ooh, I'm assisting her.
Hell yeah. The crowd quiets down against you guys, but turns their ire on the Scalia. We should string them up! How dare they bring that creature
Mind you,
here?
everyone.
What'd you say?
Mind you, everyone. Mind you, everyone. There's no way that a bomb could have caused the red bullshit.
Oh yeah, the Crimson Tide.
Yes.
You heard those doomsayers, same as us. They said some sort of big shockwave set that beast up here.
I'm sure there's a reason. Let's not devolve into violence. I don't feel well. What's your name? And she flaps her wrist limply at the Octomade or whatever.
Spit into the water. Don't say anything.
I'm going to have my elemental punch him.
Alright, just roll straight damage.
Oh, okay. Hey!
I punch him in the stomach. Why should I tell you anything?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that you just tried to, frame me for terrorism. And I'll fucking kill you.
The
That's
only
why?
thing stopping this crowd from ripping you apart is her right now.
He looks around. Give me an intimidate check.
You want me to help you with that?
Yeah, you can back her.
That would be great. I'm not super scary. I'm still not feeling great.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh my god, you're still super fucking terrifying.
You've been on a nat
got
one,
a
you're
nat
terrifying,
one.
but Taryn, after that comment of the crowd tearing them apart, is just like, alright. I'll talk. Just turn me over to the guards afterwards, understand?
Yeah, but I'm going to have my friend punch you again, just one more time.
Okay, roll damage.
Yes, fuck you. And then he disappears.
Like some purplish blood like drifts off their mouth as they kind of get clocked across the face.
Goodbye,
Okay,
funky little water elemental.
alright. There's a man, a barfolk. He gave me the fragments and paid me a whole bag of pearls to plant
Oh,
it
is
on
he
you
perchance
lot.
pale with a leather mask?
I suppose a little pale. He was a deep merfolk. Kind of light purplish skin and those red frills on his tail.
All right. Okay. And what was
Hey,
your
you
name
already.
again?
What was what?
I think Taryn wants to rob him.
Okay.
Well,
Is
I was
that
asking
what
if
you
he
were
got paid already.
implicating?
So here's my train of thought: is yeah, we're gonna take those pearls. He's losing his shit.
Yes,
The guards don't need it. We do.
did get paid already.
Okay. And then also, my other second thought was if he hadn't been paid, we could find out where you're supposed to meet them at to get take his payment upon successful mission. But that was his fault for playing beforehand.
You.
Oh, thank you. Yes, he did get paid, so he has a bag of pearls. Give me an appraise check.
Very good at appraising.
Luckily for you, Cetus is a bit better. Between the pearls He also has a loose bag of gems as well. The bag of gems is worth 180 gold pieces, and there is roughly 750 gold pieces worth of pearl here. In addition to that, he has a potion of cure moderate wounds, a set of +1 leather armor, a +1 spear, and a set of masterwork thieves tools.
Oh, you're a fighter, aren't you, you cheeky bitch?
Prefer violent
I don't care.
entrepreneur.
I really, really don't care. Yeah, let's not, like, strip him while everybody's looking,
Okay.
but we can take the pearls because technically he didn't do his job.
Okay, you do take the pearls off of him, kind of rip the bag away.
And I'm gonna put the little fragments in the pouch or whatever. I'm gonna say, okay, now let's go to the guard.
You drag him away. The guard.
Mockingly.
The crowd kind of cheers as you drag him away.
You never did tell me your name, though. Last name as well, please.
Don't have a last name. I'm an orphan.
Oh, well, at least you don't have to worry about me killing your family, do you?
Jesus, was that an option? Was that a possibility? I thought you guys were heroes.
You tried to make us terrorists. So, I say anything's on the table.
Oh, God. Well, they call me Bluefin.
Okay, well, you live today.
Alright, the guards fully arrest him. What do you guys do now? You're kind of in this plaza. Also, everyone's going to get 19,200 XP for surviving these rapid-fire encounters at the plaza.
Can I have the cure moderate if no one else needs it?
I think that would be the best course of action here.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
Okay, it's a 2d8 plus 3.
I'll channel too. I'll channel a couple times.
Alright,
so-
drop some channels. Because you guys have this uneasy feeling of some sort of conspiracy.
$58 to everybody.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
These waves of sunlight, as if they were dancing across the surface of a lake, wash over all of you, healing your wounds. Do you guys want to do anything while you're here, or do you want to go home and rest up?
Maybe we should go to the temple to get
Yeah, we can
restored
do that.
from, damage and shit.
Yeah, because Rain's only at 67 with her 113. So
Yeah,
if
you
we
guys
get
can
in
go
a
to
fight,
the temple. You would be able to meet Father Talbot, who is Maris's mentor. And he's like, friends of Maris, we have to charge
did we meet
some
him earlier?
fee, but you did meet him earlier. Good to see you all again. No, you all look a little bit green around the gills, pardon the pun. Are you all right?
I'm sure we'll be better with some help. And green does not go well with pink. Please help me.
Fair enough.
You still have ability damage?
A little bit, yeah.
Tell you what.
I drank the potion before making the save, and I took a little bit more damage.
Tell you what, a
Gotcha,
flat
gotcha,
fee
gotcha.
of 500 gold for the whole of you. I'll heal everyone.
I'm going
I
to
can
pay him
take care of that.
1,000.
Very generous offer. Thank you. He
And I did
series of
dismiss
spells,
stuff beforehand.
heals you all. The octopus vanishes without a trace. Did any of you guys mention the strange octopus that came to Terran's aid?
No, I figured that it was just
No.
kind of something else that he'd eaten. Because it popped out of the stomach.
That's true. Do you mention it to
It
them?
is true. No.
I mean,
The
was it a very
octopus
specific
remains
black octopus?
a mystery. Oh, it's definitely black.
Okay. Can I roll something? I don't know.
Give me a knowledge arcana check. That's the
All
word.
right.
Those are the English words that exist.
That's the letters put together to make something.
Oh yeah, you're pretty sure it had something to do with that necklace that him and his brother carried.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna erase all of my problem stuff. Or actually, this is just temporary, right? Because can we do, restoration multiple times?
What do you mean?
I thought that was like a once a week thing. Or that's for negative levels. Never mind.
Yeah, you can just get regular, like, restoration and restore damage, that you can do that multiple times in a day.
Okay, cool. Okay. Is anybody else curious about the octopus?
Apparently not. As you guys head back to the house for the evening, though, Anamora says, well, I heard about all the commotion. I've taken to throwing a dinner party in all of your honors. Would you care to attend?
We'd be fools to decline.
All right. So over here in the room with the statue is the dining room where everyone's going to gather. If you guys want to move your tokens in there. And I'll describe more of
Are we
that
gonna have
here.
fancy party clothes?
Yes, we are. Get all dolled up.
Adamore's like, do you
Because I
do
live
you
for
want
that.
fancy party clothes?
Oh, I was asking you.
I know, I just wanted to answer in character because I think that's a fun thing for DMs to do sometimes.
I mean, is this not a sophisticated event?
I could provide you with outfits. Dressissa, could you show them to the wardrobes, please? Just stacks on stacks of, like, waterproofed silk, strange lace made out of, like, woven coral strands somehow. It's all very beautiful. All right. Give me one moment.
That does sound fun.
So if you guys choose to leave the dining room, I can tell you what other rooms you are in. Just let me know. But I'm going to tell you about some of... And you've neglected to do any of the sabotage. That is not a thing anymore. But there is several other guests that have been invited. There is a up-and-coming poet, Marisid. She's a female merfolk. Ozarte, a male aquatic elf ranger and a bounty hunter for the government, is here.
Hoo-hoo.
Tolaho, who is a local storyteller and songwriter. As well as Dressissa and just like a whole host of other young merfolk. What do you guys want to talk to them about? To your hosts, to these people? What do you think?
Of course, I kind of want to ask about the Veiled Master again. Just if anybody's heard of it.
Not the aquatic elf bounty hunter?
Yeah, probably that guy. He seems like he'd know,
Okay.
or be more in the know of it.
See, does you swim over to Ozarte? He's kind of just like sipping on one of those like contained sponges of alcohol.
Sponges?
And he's like, "You're Cetus, right?"
That is in fact my name, yes. Your reputation precedes you. You are a ranger around here, right?
Correct. I hunt bounties for the government when the guard is too busy.
You wouldn't have happened to heard rumblings about some sort of aboleth, would you?
Cocks an eyebrow. He's like, "Aboleths, all of them and their subspecies are quite terrifying. I once hunted a minor aboleth near the coast of, well, I'd swam all the way to the Gurundi coast.
Oh, you're very well traveled.
I am at that, my lady. But Unfortunately, none have been sighted near the city, at least none that I have heard of.
Okay, nothing local. If by any chance you hear anything, would you please let me know?
I think I could do that. Very well.
Thank you. And she's not interested in further conversation.
Right, at this point, swimming up to Taryn at least, Anamora says, thanks for you all telling me about Jurex. I've had the guards be on alert for tonight. Any idea of any of the shenanigans she might be planning? Taryn?
Ethan, you're muted.
Thank you for that, Drow. I was unaware. But, no, unfortunately, we don't know anything else about the situation as much as you do. When we found out, we had immediately excused ourselves from the situation. And honestly came straight to tell you of what we know. By chance, have you heard anything else about it?
I haven't, but I was wondering if the four of you wouldn't mind doing a few patrols during the party.
And what exactly are we patrolling for?
However, maybe she'll send someone to mess with me. I'm not sure.
So, was this a trap that you set to hopefully catch them, or is this...
She shakes her head. No, I'm just on alert.
Okay. Well, you can count on us, because the four of us, we're always on alert. Unless we're drinking.
All right. As a pair of you departs on your first patrol, assuming you all agree to it, does everyone agree?
Sure.
Sure.
So it's just a pair of us going out right now?
It could be all four of you if you want to circle the grounds.
I'll go.
All right.
All right, who's going first?
I'll go.
Okay. Cetus, as you take a patrol, and if you're just going by yourself, go ahead and give me a perception check as you move around.
Oh, Taryn would, if she's going by herself, Taryn would go with her.
Okay.
Which is great, because I am not good at perception.
All right, you guys begin patrolling the grounds.
Just making idle chit-chat.
And Cetus, roll one as well.
I already did. I got a 14.
She did.
Oh, I saw. Okay. All right. From around the corner of the bottom floor where you guys are now, this is technically outside the building, as you kind of swim around the outside, you hear followed by silence. What do you do?
Is
That
it this
sounds like
corner over here?
Top corner.
Over here?
Over here.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And have we slept?
Nope,
Since
not
the-
yet.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Obviously swim towards the sound.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
As you all round the corner, you see one of the guards drifting with their throat cut, jagged slash marks across it. And floating next to them, you see a deep merfolk, pale white skin and hair, green eyes, and the classic red feathering along their tail. They are holding a sawtooth saber in one hand.
Can I yell for Maris?
Well, before you say anything, he's like, "You're friends of a mutual tentacled friend, yes? Of Jurex."
Not sure who you...
Well, not enemies.
Well then, why not just leave the body here? We can blame it on The nobles.
Well, that's rather rude to that guy. Why not do
That's
something
not
more
quite how we
dramatic?
roll, my friend.
Are you sure? No sense in more people dying tonight.
That's we've killed enough people already. We don't want to have to kill you too, unfortunately. But there is a way out of it for you.
Yes, fuck off.
Alright, give me a sense motive check on him. Taryn. He's lying through his teeth. Jurix did not send him. Roll for initiative.
Yay!
Oh, I didn't even get to act on that.
Oh no, wait, pause. No one else rolled. Oh, it's too late. Oh no, I
Yep,
did
too
not
late.
clear the order. Okay. Terran's reroll is 18. I get rid of that one. Rain is that one. I delete that one. Cetus has the 19. I delete the 7. And...
Can we see this guy's art bigger?
oh, yeah.
He looks pretty.
This is a true
Oh.
deep merfolk.
Oh, he is really pretty.
Looks cool, like a
There is
dark
even
elf
bigger
almost.
art, but it's like literally too big to fit in a square token. I can show it to you later.
I'd love to see
I like
it.
the red
His,
coral
his-
armor.
with his like basically the full art just has like his tail as well. He's got a long tail, real long. He's a long boy.
Is it serpentine-like?
I mean, it's like a deep merfolk tail. So it's a little bit longer than normal, I'd say. It's not like necessarily serpentine
It's kind of like an oarfish.
or what. Thank you. I'll be here all night.
Yep. That just happened.
I hate my life. Okay.
I hate your life too.
He's gonna go first. All right, let's make it back to normal size.
Just kidding, you know I love you.
All right, he is going to dart up to Terran and attempt to strike you with his sawtooth saber. What is your flat-footed AC?
20.
Okay, that is going to be a hit. Oh no, I need more click-clacks. Yes, more click-clack. That is...
I don't like it when you have to say, oh yes, I need more click-clacks.
Hold on. Hear all those dice? Hear that?
I heard 19.
Shut up. I can't count in my head.
You know, I know a guy that teaches preschool if you're interested in learning how to.
Oh, shut up. I don't see my preschoolers out here rolling 66 plus 1d8. You're going to take 39 damage.
Oh my god.
And let's see, how does this effect work?
Hey, did we keep the maximized meta magic rod? That's what we got, right?
Go ahead and make a fortitude save.
Don't tell me what to do.
I will. Because he tricked you into letting him talk long enough to do this. Okay. With the exact DC you need, you barely managed to pull away. As he pulls out the sawtooth saber, it would have cut your throat and killed you instantly.
Oh my gosh.
Rain, give me a
Ethan!
perception check. See if you notice sounds of combat. It is harder because you're underwater, as we discussed when you first entered the city. There's penalties for distance underwater. That is still going to do it, though, the 15. You hear combat coming from around the corner outside.
Rain yells, "What the hell?" and she will do her double swim and get right beside Taryn.
Okay. Double move to get out there. Cetus, you just watched Taryn almost get killed in the space of like 6 seconds.
I'm going to 5 foot. I'm going to 5-foot float. And then
Okay.
I'm going to use one of my arcanist points, which is in, where is it? Hang on. There it is. I'm gonna
Okay.
spend one of those. To boost the DC of a spell. And do I have... We gotta maximize or heighten Metamagic Rod? Did we sell that?
Did you guys sell that? I'm not sure. I can look it up.
I don't think so.
Did Maris have it or did I?
I am not positive. I think that was
I don't
from
know who
last
has
book.
it. It didn't sell it.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah,
I can open
It wasn't on there.
book 3 because you got it at the end of book 3.
Yeah, whenever we were fighting the fish.
The fish.
Yeah.
Meta magic. You had an extend meta magic rod, and a lesser maximized meta magic rod.
Okay, that's what I was thinking about. What does lesser maximize do?
I think it is up to level 5 spells. You can maximize a less than level 5 spell 3 times per day without it raising the spell level. Yeah, correct. Without raising the slot required.
Okay, then never mind that. I'm just gonna do this.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume
I was
that
wrong.
hits
It's
his
3rd
touch
level or
AC.
lower.
Okay. That's fine. And he needs to make a DC 23 fortitude save.
This was a ranged touch
Woof.
attack.
Yeah,
Okay, what was the save? Fortitude?
23 fortitude.
Okay, that was a pretty bad roll. Let's double check his bonus. That is a 21.
I'm so glad that I boosted my DC. This would be better served with a dice roller.
Yeah, the DC is pretty on point.
So he takes 1d4 points of dexterity and strength for 3 caster levels, so that would be 3 since I'm 10th.
Holy shit, what spell is this?
This is Racking Ray.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
A d4. Yeah, okay, there's that. Okay, 8 points of dex
That's gonna fuck him.
and 10 points of strength.
Jesus, fuck. He is immediately weakened and, like, drifting in the water. He is just, like, staggered by this drain on his musculature and movements. Okay, I got that math. Okay. Taryn.
I am going to 5-foot step
Okay.
to try and maybe get a better angle with Rain later on if we have to flank or if he tries to escape, and use the rapier.
Okay, crit is not confirmed. That is a 41 on the first strike. Second one is a miss. That's
Even after all that dex?
15. Yeah, it's he is wearing armor as well.
Okay.
Even after all that dex, yes, unfortunately.
I need one of these crits to confirm so I can get one of my panache points
I mean,
back.
8 dex is 3 less AC. So, he's got other stuff going on.
That's still a hefty chunk. Okay.
And Maris, you don't even need to make the perception check. You saw Rain fucking bolt out of there.
I'm gonna double move to there.
Okay. It's gonna go back to his turn. He is gonna 5-foot step back, and he is going to drink a potion and vanish. Rain, what do you do?
She'll hold her action until he shows up again.
Okay. Cetus? And the Mr. Sausage.
Monsieur Sausage.
Monsieur Sausage.
Oh, Mr. Sausage. Yeah. So he can actually detect life forces in 60 feet?
Okay.
Is that dude within 60 feet? Also,
what
was
is
that
the
just...
how accurate's the ability?
Let's see. It's as blind sight.
As blind sight? Yeah, he's within 60 feet.
Okay. And
He is.
was that
Hold on.
regular invisibility?
Tis.
Did he go
is
invisible?
right here.
Okay, so he's only like halfway invisible, right? Because it doesn't work underwater?
Is invisible? Oh yeah, he needs invisibility sphere. Wait, let me double check. That's not the potion he has. Okay, so he does use invisible. He is invisible sphering.
Okay.
I was about to say that wouldn't make sense. Why'd they fucking bother giving him that potion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got no glitter or anything, like glitter dust or anything to...
But you would
Fine,
know
just-
that he, in the middle of the bubble, he is in that square. Hold on. People can see
Okay,
that.
then I'm gonna cast see invisibility on myself.
Your eyes glow blue. And I'm going to reveal him.
And this is just for her.
It is just for her, but, you know,
Oh,
make her
okay.
life easier. So only she knows that he's right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna point him out as best I can.
You can still point to what square he's in. They could just attack with a minus, maybe a 50% miss chance. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Terran.
So Rain held.
Oh yeah,
her
Rain
action.
held you. Yeah, you wanted to go down in the order, so we're gonna make Rain 18 points.
Is she 5-foot step?
She could 5-foot step, 5-foot swim.
Yep.
So you
Yes,
know
right
he
there.
is
Wing.
in front of you, so you can roll your full round attack, and then if it's a hit, we'll roll a d100, or if it's a potential hit.
Alrighty, she's raging, of course. Go. In the jungle, the mighty jungle.
We're gonna get demonetized.
Ah, ooh, 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 ooh.
With the penalty to Dex, 25 is enough. So roll
Alrighty.
a d100.
And she gets to roll a d6 to add to the damage.
Isn't that the 3 energy that's already there?
Did I already say this before? I feel like I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rolls a 1d6 every time.
Okay.
All right, that is going to be a miss. We want highs and successes tonight, just to be consistent.
Okay.
All right.
So he doesn't take any damage at all?
No. Because you're imagine you're swinging your axe in like empty air. You're not exactly sure where he is, and being in a 5-foot square, you don't necessarily fill. You know, a person isn't a 5-foot cube, so like he doesn't take up much space.
I'm sorry, when I swung my axe, did I feel where he could be so that I could pinpoint it better for Taryn?
No.
Okay.
Taryn, now it is your turn.
Perfect. Pretty much one trick up his sleeve, this guy.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, let's
Yahtzee.
see. Both of those are potential criticals. Give me 2 d100s. You want 51 or higher. Miss
Negative on the first one.
and miss.
Ugh,
Both crits.
Negative on the second.
miss
Damn
them as
it!
you stab with incredible force, making the water ripple, but it's to either side of him. That brings us to Maris. Maris, you've been pointed out by Cetus that he's in that square. What would you like to do?
Gonna move.
Okay.
To here.
All right, you kind of move above the fight. What do you want to do next?
And then I'm gonna cast Holy Smite. Right here.
The light of Saren Ray shines down. That is a 20-foot burst. Will save partial. Okay, give me one sec. Your will save is 19.
Yeah.
Okay, that is gonna be a 16. So he's gonna fail.
So he takes all 29 points of damage and he's blinded.
Whoo, baby. You hear like through the abyss, like, ah, my eyes! Curse you. Alright, it is his turn. He is still technically invisible, so he's not going to provoke. Let me just double check something. Okay, so he can't do that yet, but he is going to invisibly move around. See if you see him come up behind Rain, and he is going to... actually, he doesn't even need it. He's going to 5-foot step and full round attack against Rain.
But he's blind.
Is indeed. This man also is taking the mischance penalties. I think a level like 14 NPC would know whether to... which square to still swing at, roughly. But yeah, see. Oh, actually, he does. It doesn't matter. He can see her.
Oh, level 14?
He has blind sense.
He's got some bullshit.
He's
got
on,
some bullshit.
He's on his bullshit for sure. You mean Yutpan the assassin? All right, what is your flat-footed AC, Rain?
It is 16.
Oh, his name's Yutpan?
Yutpan. Okay, that is going to be 2 hits. I'm just going to have to roll this flat in the chat because, my god. Well, I'll put it in GR because otherwise I'm never going to be able to do the math in my head. Wait, hold on. Let's plus another 2 there. Rain is gonna take 62 damage as the sawtooth saber rips across her back, and he is revealed. You see that even though she shows that even though he is like now visible, and now that he is like blinded, you guys see that he's kind of like has his eyes closed and is tilting his head. His like abnormally large like fish ears are like twitching.
I'm glad she didn't get eaten by the sword, though.
Yes, well, he didn't have enough time to do his true death move. That brings us to Cetus.
All right. So I'm going to spend another one of my points. And I'm gonna boost the DC of something. Then I'm gonna cast something at him.
Oh shit.
Because I saw him tilting his head around to here.
That's what I get for flavoring his cool blind sense. Go on.
Yeah. Roll a fortitude save.
42 save. What's the DC?
I'll tell you if you pass.
Okay.
Ooh, she's playing DM.
You are not
Flipping the
DM, my
script.
friend. All right. Does a where is his fucking save? Does a 28 pass?
Yeah. Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, it sure does.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. In that case, it is going to be Rain's turn. Rain, he is visible and has just appeared behind you.
Alrighty. She's going to aim for his neck.
Oh,
Cut
fuck
his
him up,
throat.
Rain.
Cut his head off.
Okay.
See if she'll do it.
Holy shit.
There you go.
All right. Those, one connects. The other one connects as well, but the crit does not confirm. So it's gonna be 33 plus 26. 39. It's gonna be 59 damage against
Wait.
the
Oh,
assassin.
okay.
But he is still standing. Taryn.
I am going to a 5-foot step. Let him know I see you now. And full round.
All right, that is going to be a confirmed crit as you run your sword through his head and the assassin perishes, revealing no useful intel.
Hey, you don't happen to have Pathfinder Revivified, do you, Maris?
You mean Breath of
Forget
Life?
what that's called. Breath of Life. There we go.
Yeah, I have Breath of Life.
Okay. Is it too late for that guard? It's only been a few rounds.
I believe it's that same round that you have to cast it.
Yeah, it's too late for him, unfortunately.
All right.
It's not too
You
late for
wanna-
you.
You want to
Um,
save him?
You want to bring that guy back and we can bind him?
Just like
Have Rain bind him while bringing it back?
okay. Quick note: just like the giant sea monster, you guys get another 6,400.
Cool.
You got that quickly though. Are you doing the Breath of Life? Now or never.
Sure.
All right, you do that. I'm gonna say he hits the full round. He's like coming back. Cetus, go ahead. It's gonna be Cetus, Rain, then Terrence. You guys have like 3 chances to tie him up. Or you could try to talk to him or convince him. Up to you. You know, you guys do you.
I want to cast Racking Ray on him again.
Okay.
I'm gonna get right up there. Gonna spend a thing. Gonna spend another point. Leave me alone. Go ahead. Roll a thing. It's Fortitude. Fuck around and find out.
27.
Okay. Half damage then.
Okay.
Let me see. So that is going to be half of this. And then, oh, man. Half of this. The first one is dexterity, the second is strength.
First one is Dex. Okay, so it's gonna be 1.
So he'll
to
just be
Dex.
1. And then 4 to strength. You should tie him up, Rain. Because I think it's your CMD? Yeah, it's your CMD. Mine's not great.
Once you tie him up, it'll be equal to her CMD, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, Gran will have to attempt a grapple check though first.
Okay.
Isn't he dead?
I mean,
Yeah, I thought he was.
he was brought back by Breath of Life.
Oh, so I can't use my intimidate. All right, take a strength, he
I
said.
mean, you could intimidate. He's awake. Like the man was just brought back from oblivion.
Well, I have intimidating glare as one of my features.
I don't know if that would help combat maneuvers though.
All right.
Yeah, that's in combat.
This would be a combat maneuver, so you would do a CM bonus roll.
DMB. Yeah, it's right next to your base attack bonus.
Yay!
Nat
20.
Perfect.
I'm gonna say on that 20, you're able to tie him up in one go. Apologize for the yawn. It's baby. Okay, so he's all tied up. We're gonna be out of combat as he's kind of just like, what the hell was that? There's a river, spirits all around.
Congratulations, you died, and we saved you.
What about it? You saved me. So what?
Nothing. We're just tied up.
Rain just backhand him across the face and tell him to watch his mouth when he's talking to me.
Oh, I think you liked it, Rain. Do it again.
She'll do it again.
What now?
Answer the lady's question.
What was your question?
What are you doing here?
Oh, okay. I was sent to
You're
kill
not-
someone and pin it
wait.
on all of you.
Okay, cool. Since he's tied up, can we take him to the guard?
Who? I want to find out who he's working for.
Such a quick interrogation. Okay, Terry.
Yeah, let's not get rid of him yet. Let's find out exactly who sent him, because this is the second person that's tried to frame us.
Oh,
Third
hey.
person.
Hey, what's up,
Rain.
guys? We're rating right now.
Rain rolled a
Terrell, that was the
34
quickest I've ever in any game ever run, where someone started interrogation and then there's like, all right, cool, one question, we're good.
What's your name?
Rain rolled
My
a
name is-
34.
Oh,
Intimidation.
he's scared as fuck of Rain. He's like trying to shy away from her. He's like, all right, easy, lady. The name's Yutpan. I'm a mercenary.
Oh, you were. You sure were. I think that what you've just done is going to cost you both of your hands. Rain, if you would be so happy as to, disarm this man. I'm kidding. Please, don't. I'm kidding.
So his hands are free.
Taryn, you
No.
asked him who he's working for?
Oh my god.
Who hired you?
I meant cut off his arms as a joke.
As they're like discussing whether or not to actually cut off his arms, with that intimidate check, he's gonna turn to Terra and he says, Naqualia. Which is a name you guys have not heard before, but it's most assuredly not Jurex. She's a merfolk like me.
We should take this man. We should take the dead man somewhere. Perhaps to the god, perhaps to the temple. Taryn, do you want to go let our gracious host know that one of her guards has just perished?
Rain has her battle axe out and she's just kind of rubbing her hand across the blade.
Ethan, you're muted.
This day has been absolute fucking chaos.
Oh,
Well,
I
as
don't
soon as
think he's
anything
here.
else, he's just like,
yeah.
tell you what, you cut me loose and I'll tell you what she looks like. Don't you want to find the person trying to frame you?
Rain will go counter offer. You tell us what she looks like and you get to keep your neck.
Give me another intimidate check.
Oh Lord, I don't know if it'll be as good this time.
30. All right.
It's still pretty scary.
All right, give me 1 second. He's like, all right. I'd rather get captured alive. Okay.
I don't think I said anything about what happens from there. You tell us, keep your head. I didn't say anything about your hands. She said cut your hands off.
I know, but I was just saying that I'd still be alive.
I was just joking.
He's like, all right. She
it
has
was funny.
light purple skin. She's a deep merfolk like me and has the red fins on her tail. Which would be the exact description you guys got off of the person who tried to plant the bomb residue on you.
The same
Where do
person.
we find this person?
He shrugs and he's like, she contacted me. All I know is she's got plenty more mercenaries working for her in the city.
Do you really expect me to believe that you don't know who hired you?
What? I do. I just said who it was and described her.
Oh no, it's still really scary.
I already told you who it was and what they looked like. I don't understand why you're still trying to scare me.
Me? I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just standing here. I can't help what you feel.
What is happening in this interrogation? Do you guys have any other questions for you?
Okay, we've got a name. We've got a description. Do you have any idea how many other mercenaries there are? Do you know what anybody else looks like that was hired? Are you some sort of band? Are you freelancing?
I'm an independent, I guess you would say.
Okay then, so nobody will come for you then.
That's awesome. Just
Can
give the
I
word.
reconsider?
Just give the word, boss.
Wait, I'll teach you how to kill people so they can't be brought back.
Rain will just laugh. I don't need you to teach me that. And she just swings up her sword.
Wait, I want him alive.
Rain, go ahead and give me a will save.
Where the heck is a will save? Will, there.
Oh no.
Well, looks like it's my turn. Rain's eye blazes in a fiery globe as her lantern burn ignites on her hand. And she adopts a rather jaunty stance as the Lantern King looks around through Rain's body. Hello again, Cetus, and Taryn, I think, and you look rather new, the cleric one. Are we killing this man? That'd be a great bit of fun, wouldn't it?
Do they hear him? What he
Do-
says.
Yeah, do we hear him as him?
This time, he is fully, taken over your vocal cords. It sounds like the Lantern King.
Oh, that's interesting, but I also think that it would be rather fun to throw him in jail, go in every so often and mock him.
Give me a diplomacy
How
check.
do you not know my name?
I don't know, you're like the fishy one.
Oh my god, we're all fish.
Yeah.
Not.
Yay!
The Lantern King, using Ray's body, turns around and looks at Cetus. He's like, you know, I know that you're trying to play me, but it's a good point. I would like to fuck with him on a more daily basis. I did appreciate. You know, Cetus, I could always use more vassals on the material plane. Now, this one gave up her body as a chance to get back into the living realm. We could strike a different bargain. What do you think?
I think that I'd like to talk to you a little bit more before I let you in, you know.
All right, here's what you're gonna do then, okay? When no one's around, mind you, no one's gotta be around, you're gonna draw my holy symbol, the crown and the fire on the ground, and it's gotta be using, let's say the blood of a pufferfish. That sounds pretty funny. And I'm also gonna need one more thing. I'm gonna need you to fully trick someone into believing you're in love with them at the sight of the summoning.
Oh, Taryn. Sorry, that was a joke.
He's like, no, he can't know ahead of time. Use your head.
I thought that I would have to use something else.
Oh, we're gonna strike a deal. All right, you can have your barbarian back. Rain rocks back, spasming. The flaming eye leaves. Yut Pan's just kind of staring up at you guys, looking between the party members, all four of you. He's like,
We're fucking crazy.
what?
You shouldn't have messed with us.
Okay.
Anyway,
Where do we go from here?
Did it? So Rain didn't kill him. Lantern King stopped her.
He stopped her so he could talk to you guys, but he's gone now.
Oh. Definitely take everything off of him, including
to the
that nasty sword.
staircase, because I made a promise to a new friend.
All right. You at this point it's the palace, not palace, but the household guards come around. Your hostess begs your apologies. She's like, I can't believe you stopped an assassin. This is crazy. And he is carted off to jail.
Any items on him that we took?
Yes, indeed.
Beforehand that was
So he has. That's not the right person. That's a different NPC. So he has a +1 sawtooth
boy.
saber, a ring of protection +2.
Does Rain have one of those?
I don't.
Yes,
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I believe she does.
Does Taryn?
I'll double check.
He also
Yeah, I have a
has
ring of
a
protection.
rather unique,
Just a regular one.
a rather unique
All right,
set of
yeah.
armor called stalking armor. In this case, it is water stalking armor. It's like a +2 studded leather, each corresponding to each variety corresponds to different terrain from the ranger's favorite terrain list. And has character. That's why it looks like coral, because this is stalking armor for the water. It makes you blend in more naturally with your surroundings, and while wearing it, you get a +5 competence bonus on stealth and perception. In this case, while you're in the water.
Nice.
Hey, what armor do you have, Taryn? That seems like it would fit you. Maybe Maris?
So that is stalking armor.
I don't know.
Water.
Let's discuss this outside of the
And
stream.
then
Yeah, we'll discuss this
final
later.
thing you guys can write down. He has another potion of cure serious wounds. And for safely stopping him, and in addition to learning what he knows, albeit barely learning what he knows before trying to end his life, you guys get 19,200 XP.
Dang.
And now I want to ask about that octopus.
Yeah, you want to ask about the octopus?
Mm-hmm. Just while we're delivering him to the guards, Cetus is going to say, So, Taryn, something interesting happened with that big fucking worm. Did you see the, big black octopus that came out of its stomach? That fought with us? You know, scared animals usually attack anything around them, but, it was definitely only fighting the thing. Definitely
believe-
fighting alongside of you. And it
Inside of it, too.
And it kind of looked like this, and she kind of jingles the talisman around his neck.
You totally took the move what I was going to respond without. Well, I believe what you're referring to is actually family heirloom. We call him
Okay.
Seth. He was this is another big reason we came back for my brother, is because he actually took this item from our village who, he's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years and just been passed down. But yeah, he's a very friendly giant of ours. His name is Seth. I can summon him every once in a while, but yeah, that's what that was. And I hope you now understand and realize why I was so eager to get this back. It's not just an emblem. It holds a creature with it that is very near and dear to our hearts.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I'm so
He
glad
certainly
that
is.
All right.
I'm so glad that I know what the fuck was up with that weird ass amulet now.
And with your discovery of the amulet, that is actually a perfect place to stop, because the next part is going to take far longer than the
Forever.
15 minutes that we have left. But
You
before
could just shoot the shit.
we could shoot the shit. But first, once we start shooting the shit, I'm just going to drop some links in the chat, just so we get this out of the way. First of all, let's thank give our thanks to Sirenscape. Thanks as always to them for the amazing atmosphere and music. You can add the sounds we used tonight and more to your game when you download either the Sirenscape desktop or mobile app. The app is free and comes with 20 sound sets that are included to get you started. Don't even need to register. Go to Sirenscape.com to find out more. And for tonight's sounds, I'm dropping the credits in the Twitch stream, so you guys can click there, see which sound packs we actually used. And another little piece of self-promotion this time. If you are into Pathfinder, Dungeons & Dragons, or anything like that, we are going to be releasing a podcast called the Sundine Chronicles. This is a campaign that I entirely homebrewed myself. It's going to be run by me as the game master, with Drow here, who is playing Cetus, is going to be one of the players. Ethan, who's playing Terran in this game, is another player. And Yuri, who's playing Linnaean, who's unfortunately not here today, is our third. First episode is going to be coming out on December 7th. It's about a little less than 2 weeks from now. If you're interested, feel free to check out this link, which goes to the podcast section of my website. And feel free to join the Discord, check out other links while you're there. And now we can shoot the shit, as you said. I just wanted to get those credits out of the way before we started.
Good call. Good call.
Oh, so you guys lived. It was all good. Some close calls.
We sure lived. What are we gonna do with the dead body?
I said my goodbyes earlier, just in case.
That's your character. So the thing that guy was trying to do, the reason he tried to stall you guys into talking for as long as he did, even though he lied about who he was working for, is because he is not only a slayer, he's also has the assassin prestige class, so he can do a true death strike.
He studied us.
Mm-hmm.
You bitch.
He studied the target and did a true death strike, where if you had failed that fortitude save, you would have instantly died, Terran, and anyone that tried to raise you would have had to make a check to be able to drag your soul back to this plane. And if they failed, the materials are wasted.
Fuck.
Yeah. Assassin, he's
Would've-
like he said, he could teach you how to kill someone without them coming back.
I would have had to blame Cetus because every time I get close to her, I end up almost dying.
Hey, every time you
She
stick
also
around,
saved you twice.
fuck off
Totally.
far away from her, she saves you.
I think
true.
that we leveled up during this
I'm pretty sure
because we
that
cleared
it's gotta be close to
81,600.
Fun.
Well, that's
So
plenty of
what's
time
the
to
next
level
level?
end with a level up at the end of the session. And with the end of this dinner party, you guys do finally get to sleep, so you'll be able to get all your level up bonuses.
Okay.
Nice.
Also, if anyone goes to check out the website, shout out to Drow for doing all the art,
Yay!
all the character art. The only thing I did was
Thank
make a decent approximation of a map using Incarnate.
Hey, it looks good.
Yeah. Well, I do have in a raffle I got like a free subscription to Incarnate. It hasn't been activated yet. But I'll polish up the map, make it look a bit better once that starts.
You ought to have Egg do the map.
It's true.
That's amazing maps.
I wanted to do it by myself first because until we announced it this Monday, the podcast was a surprise.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, well, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed about 10 minutes early in the session, even though we're shooting the shit, because my head is killing me. I need sleep.
All righty,
Oh,
good
no,
night,
go to
all.
bed.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thanks for sticking through any technical difficulties. I appreciate you all. If anyone's still watching, I'm going to run one last ad break after I get off mic here. So if you want to support the stream, feel free to stick around. Thank you.
Night stream.